Oh, spot on. Just go back to this game last year. In the first half, much like this year's game, Gronk was a non-factor. And what happened in the second half of that game last year at Heinz Field? Gronk just took over the game. That was not happening in this game. The difference in his...
This is a special presentation of Alamogordo Tiger Sports on Southern New Mexico's sports leader, ESPN Alamogordo 103.7.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome to Roswell and Roswell High School. And we've got a girls-boys doubleheader for you this evening as the Alamogordo Lady Tigers face off against the Roswell Lady Coyotes. The Lady Tigers on the courts just now, and Roswell getting ready to warm up. We were scheduled for a 5:30 tip-off, but as per usual, the JV ran about 15 minutes late, so we'll be starting at about 5:45 this evening. Roswell taking the floor right now, and a school that is probably on a little bit of a high, coming off a football state championship, and they've got a very good boys basketball team. The girls team is definitely down for the last couple of years. I mean, they had an immense amount of talent that came through this school over the last couple of years. Figured Jaden DeLaterda, who's up at UNM now and playing very well, and they've had other groups of players that I believe went on to play college basketball as well. So, they have had a lot of talent this year. They're a little bit younger, they're a little bit more inexperienced, and just the ups and downs of high school hoops. We're seeing it with the boys. On the girls' side for Alamogordo, we're seeing it with the Alamogordo boys. And the Alamogordo girls, they're on a run right now where they've got a lot of experience. They're in a third year with Coach Vigil. Everything seems to be kind of clicking for Alamogordo girls basketball at this point. They would love to head into the Christmas break sitting at 7-1. If they can get this win tonight, they certainly have the chance to do that. So we'll see what comes of this evening's game. But I'll tell you what, from my perspective, I'm just excited to finally get to watch this team in person. Unfortunately, the boys and the girls' schedules have been opposite of each other pretty much all year. I haven't had a chance to see the team in person yet, so I can just tell you from my personal perspective, I'm excited to get to watch these ladies play. They've got a ton of talent, and I'm interested to see what this group will look like in person. But they've played very well to begin the season. They finished third up at the Gallup tournament. Only defeat on the season is to a very good Piedra Vista girls team this year. That was at that Gallup tournament. And so they went up there and they saw some good competition. I know that was the goal for that tournament. I think they're going to see a good team today. Coach Fernie Sanchez coaching Roswell as he has the last few years, and a group that had a chance to chat with him a little before the game. They're a little up and down throughout the season, but I think he's pretty happy with the kind of talent that his group has, and see who comes out and. For the Lady Tigers, there may still be, I think there's still a few players in this group that played for Coach Sanchez. Hey, listen, I mean, whether it's hard feelings or just, hey, I'd like to beat my former coach's team, I think everybody has that when a former coach or even a teammate moves along. You look forward to the possibility of picking up a victory. And Roswell's beaten Alamogordo the last couple of years, so I know that, did last year Alamo beat them? I'll have to look back at last year's schedule. I couldn't remember. I think it was a close game. I want to say Roswell came out in front, but it might have been Alamo. But anyway, there's a little bit of an extra storyline in there, if you want to say that. So we'll see what we get for tonight's game. I don't think it's that big of an issue. I think it's two basketball teams coming out. Both teams want to get out of here with a victory. We'll take a commercial break. Again, it's a girls-boys doubleheader, so girls tipping off in about 10 minutes from now, and the boys will tip off 15 minutes after the girls' game finishes up. We're going to go all the way through it, so stick with us here on ESPN Alamogordo, or if you're listening to us online on YouTube, we're happy to have you tuned in. This is ESPN Alamogordo 103.7.
Every student wants their high school sports apparel, and there's only one place to get it, the Winner's Circle. They carry all the local school letter jackets, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, or Bear. While you're there, get your jacket personalized with embroidery, stitching, and have your letters and patches sewn on too. They also carry trophies, plaques, and awards, and service with a smile. It's all at the Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Everybody else wakes up so rested and cheery, while you wake up with back pain and ready to get back into bed again. They make you sick. It takes 30 minutes just to get your back feeling normal. You work hard to make life great. Why is sleep such an issue? It shouldn't be. Sleepwell can help you find your sleep again. From finding a mattress that supports your back to relieving strain by using a power base, Sleepwell will partner with you. Come see us today. Find the rest you need and lose the back pain. When you sleep well, you live well.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our holiday loan skip-a-payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. What makes Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai unique? At Vision Ford, we're all about you, your vision, your style, your needs, and your story. Vision is fully stocked with dozens of the hottest 2018 models, including the Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck for 40 years. With financing options that fit every budget and a sales team dedicated to you, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai continues the Yes We Can tradition. All we need is you. Visit us today at 1500 South White Sands Boulevard or 24/7 online at visionfordlincoln.com. Stop by White Sands Motorsports right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70 or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome back. I'm trying to decide if I'm right next to the speakers. They have got the music blaring in here for the pregame, or I'm just becoming a grumpy old man. I can't decide which one it is. Legitimately, probably could be both on that one. We're getting ready for Lady Tiger basketball versus Roswell as Alamogordo heads into this matchup at 6-1. It's our first broadcast of the Lady Tigers, but we're going to have them for the next 4 games because here, and then of course the Los Lunas tournament, which both the Alamogordo boys and girls will be competing at. We'll be doing the boys and the girls games at all 3 tournaments there, or all 3 tournament games, I should say, coming up there. If you haven't been following along with the Lady Tigers this season, picked up a win over Valencia, 61-31 to begin the year. Then they beat Rodoso, 65-12. They got a 67-21 win over Tularosa. Rolled past Navajo Prep, 53-30 in the first game of the Gallup invite. Lost by a 47-28 score to Piedra Vista at the Gallup tourney, and then beat Window Rock the next day, 36-28 to take 3rd place. And then they rolled past Chaparral, 75-13. I think this is one of the better challenges that they've gone up against this season when you look at the schedule so far. No offense to Rodoso and Chaparral. I think, Navajo Prep and Valencia are solid teams. Piedra Vista looks like they're pretty good this year, and not too sure about Window Rock. They don't have a lot up on Max Preps about them, so I'd love to tell you one way or the other. Roswell, meanwhile, comes into the game at 2-4. They lost to Las Cruces by 5, 55-50. Centennial beat them 56-20. They beat Gadsden 45-25. Lost to Lovington 67-33. Beat Los Alamos in overtime 65-64. That was at Los Alamos. And then lost a 12-point game to Santa Fe High, 54-42. I think definitely the Lady Tigers are the favorites going into this game. That they should feel like they're the team that, I hate to use the word expect to win, but I think they're the better team right now. They're playing better basketball at the moment. And if they play as well as they have so far this season, you should expect them to come out of here with a victory. I think that's a pretty fair thing to say, but I think Roswell will give them a good game, and we'll see what we get out of that. I meant to look when these two teams played last year what the final was, and I'm pretty sure it was in Alamo. 39-32 is the final, and Roswell got to win. So Roswell had beaten them the last couple of years, and it's kind of an interesting progression because a couple of years ago Roswell was loaded, and I think we're coming off the state championship that previous year. I think they had a 2016. Yeah, they were the 2016 state champs. So in 2017, or actually it was later in 2016, but the 2016-17 season, they still had a very, very good team. I think they were number one going into the state tournament that year. But Alamo was inexperienced, and it was a tough game here. Last year it was a little bit closer, and in Alamo, Roswell had graduated a few, and it was starting to even the balance a little bit, and now I think it's sort of tipped over to the Alamogordo side. It's kind of fun to watch that because that's the ebb and flow of high school basketball. It's the ebb and flow of high school sports. Sometimes it doesn't always go that way. There are some programs out there that, man, year in, year out, they're going to be a beast to deal with whenever you go up against them. But I think in most high schools you have your runs where you've got some really talented kids, and you have some runs where it's just not that at that particular moment. And I think at this moment right now with Alamogordo girls basketball, there's a lot to be excited about. They're very good in the guard spot. Faith Silva is having a great season. Justice Martin has played really well to begin the year. Brianna Bickham, who works, I think she works mainly the post, but I think they use her kind of as a wing player. Callista Jacob, more the facilitator, but she can get out there and score if need be. And I think that their posts are the improvement that they've seen there. When I had a chance to talk with Faith Silva when she was our athlete of the week, she talked about the improvement of their posts. So players like Michaela Jones and Kylie Purcella and Jaden Kruger and Darian Cosgray, and their ability to be more effective in the post. And you look at the last couple of years, and that was definitely a challenge for Alamo. I think their guard play was a little bit better, maybe balancing out a little bit for the Lady Tigers, and that they've got solid play from both the front court and the back court for them. And that's why I'm excited to watch them play in person for the first time, because I think all that's kind of coming together. And I think the other part about it, and I keep mentioning it, is the fact that it's the third year for Coach Vigil, who has had a ton of success up in Valencia, and that he is capable of putting a program and a team together that can be competitive at the state level. And it certainly feels like that's happening here with Alamogordo girls basketball. And there's a long way to go this season, but they're going to see a good challenge tonight. They've got the possibility of seeing some really good teams in the Los Lunas tournament. If they get the opportunity to play Los Lunas High School, that would be a great December matchup for them to kind of just get a little bit of a litmus test and see where they're at. I know Los Lunas is in Class 4A, but they're one of the best programs in the state regardless of classification. They can, every year they're pretty much competitive against whoever they go up against. So it'll be, I think, a fun matchup tonight, and I think next week it'll be a fun tournament with the girls and the boys up there at the Los Lunas tournament. They always do such a great job. Mr. Holland and the whole Los Lunas public school system, they always do a fine job with that tournament up there, and I've enjoyed every year that I've had the chance to go up there and check it out. I'm not sure. I need to check and see if they're doing it at Los Lunas High School or Valencia High School. I would imagine it's Los Lunas this year, switching from Valencia last year, but I definitely don't want to assume that's going to be the case. So the Roswell girls warming up to our left, the Alamogordo girls to our right. I think we've got you just about prepared for this evening's matchup between the Lady Tigers and the Lady Coyotes. We'll fit in a commercial break and come right back. You're listening to Tiger Basketball.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
Now you have a choice when it comes to keeping massive files of your bank statements every month. With an online e-statement, you'll have an accurate, easy-to-read electronic statement you can access anywhere, anytime. Get more control over your cash flow. And no more giant filing cabinets. Our e-statements get an A+. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
This is Brandon with Desert Sun. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Desert Sun Auto Group consists of 5 dealerships across the great state of New Mexico. This means we have 5 new car departments with over 500 vehicles to choose from and over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles. Majority of these vehicles, when bought from us, are backed with Desert Sun's lifetime powertrain protection. Stop by either Desert Sun Motors or Desert Sun Toyota today and let us help you find your new ride. See our full inventory at DesertSunMotors.com.
When you hear the term Outfitters of Champions, you know it's the Winner's Circle. They can do all your custom silk screen and embroidery on hats, shirts, and jackets. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. The Winner's Circle is the place for quality work at reasonable prices with group and team discounts available. They also customize trophies, personalized plaques, and sporting gear. The Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street, or give them a call at 437-9373.
Everybody else wakes up so rested and cheery, while you wake up with back pain and ready to get back into bed again. They make you sick. It takes 30 minutes just to get your back feeling normal. You work hard to make life great. Why is sleep such an issue? It shouldn't be. Sleep Well can help you find your sleep again. From finding a mattress that supports your back to relieving strain by using a power base, Sleep Well will partner with you. Come see us today. Find the rest you need and lose the back pain. When you sleep well, you live well.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our holiday loan skip-a-payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Stop by White Sands Motorsports right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70 or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com. What makes Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai unique? At Vision Ford, we're all about you. Your vision, your style, your needs, and your story. Vision is fully stocked with dozens of the hottest 2018 models, including the Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck for 40 years. With financing options that fit every budget and a sales team dedicated to you, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai continues the Yes We Can tradition. All we need is you. Visit us today at 1500 South White Sands Boulevard, 24/7 online at visionfordlincoln.com.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7, and welcome back. The Lady Coyotes starting lineup being announced. Number 3, Jalen Baca. Number 5, Mercedes Velasco. Number 25, Isabel Trusan. Number 32, Mackenzie Sareen. And Cheyenne Martinez, the remaining of the starters. And the Lady Tigers. Oh, did they do a starting lineup for the Lady Tigers? I guess they didn't. Okay. Interesting. Anyway, for the Lady Tigers, Brianna Bickham. Number 3. Number 5, Justice Martin. Number 21 is Callista Jacob. Number 30, Faith Silva, and number 32 is Michaela Jones. Bickham will be in the center circle. Lady Tigers are in the road black jerseys, gold numerals, and white outline, with Alamogordo across the front. And for the Lady Coyotes, home white jerseys, red numerals, and black outlining. Coyotes win the center tip. They go right to left. The Lady Tigers go left to right. Ball at the left wing with Martinez. She'll fire up a 3, and that will miss everything. The loose ball pulled in by Callista Jacob. Jacob brings it up the far sideline to the top of the key. Keeps her dribble. Gives it off Faith Silva. Right wing 3 on the way, and she buries it. Faith Silva gets the Lady Tigers on the board right away. 7:35 to go in the first on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. And the Lady Tigers lead 3-0. Ball in the backcourt. Martinez comes to the middle of the floor, breaks the press. A pass and an in-close shot by Mackenzie Tureen misses. And the Lady Tigers with the rebound. Bickham up ahead to Silva. Silva gives it off to Jacob between the circles. Swing over left side, Justice Martin. And then back out to the center to Jacob, who continues to dribble in the perimeter. Free throw line, they give it to Bickham. Bickham tries to work her way through some defense, and the ball is going to go out of bounds. Looks like that tip last off of a Lady Coyote, but it is called out of bounds off of Alamo. Alamo going full court press here. And the Lady Coyotes handle it pretty well. Pass to Tureen in the low post. This time she catches and she shoots. And Roswell's on the board. 6:52 to go in the first. And the Lady Tigers lead 3-2. Bickham, or I should say Martin, between the circles. Top of the key, Jones. Left elbow jump shot on the way, and she gets it. That is front of the rim, off of the backboard and in. And they're going to call a foul on the rebound. And it's going to be black basketball. They say on the setting up for the rebound attempt, Cheyenne Martinez fouled. And Alamo's going to get the ball right back here. They lead 5-2 with 6:38 to go in the first. Baseline left, inbounds goes to Bickham. Now it's Jacob, open look at 3. And that one is going to be too strong and will go out of bounds. And the Lady Coyotes will have possession. Lady Tigers full court press again. Inbounds goes to Martinez. Martinez tried to go over the top. It's stolen away by Martin. Martin into the lane. Feeds it out to the corner to Jacob, and the Lady Tigers will set up their offense here as the Lady Coyotes got back on defense in transition. Jones, the free throw line, goes inside. High off the glass. Couldn't get it to go for Bickham, but the loose ball will come out to Faith Silva, and she'll reset as Coach Vigil yells out a new play from the bench. Crossing the 6-minute barrier in the first quarter. Alamo leads 5-2. Silva to the left wing. Zone defense for Roswell, and a traveling violation on Silva. She took an extra step there. The official, it was delayed reaction, but looked like the right call. Far sideline, the Lady Coyotes will inbound. Alamo still pressuring. 2-2-1, kind of moves around. Kind of hard to get a guess on the setup, but here's the steal by Justice Martin. Martin pushes into the front court. She stops and she travels. She slid her. She tried to stop and plant her feet, but slid when she did so. And traveling violation after a really nice steal on the defensive side, and tried to take it pretty much coast to coast herself, but the finish wasn't quite there. Lady Coyotes able to break the Alamo press into the front court. Martinez between the circles, and she'll come left wing. Velasco with it. Velasco left wing and picks up her dribble. Skip pass over the right side. Martinez fires a long 3. That badly misses. Jones grabs the rebound, and it's Faith Silva bringing it into the front court for Alamogordo. Takes it all the way to the top of the key, and she'll back out near midcourt and look back to Coach Vigil. Comes to the near side to Martin. Now to Faith. Touch passes here. Coming all the way around, and Silva's going to travel. Caught the ball and took an extra step. Never dribbled. And so both teams not, I would say, showing their best here early, but it is very early. 5:02 to go in the first. And the inbounds goes to Martinez. Gives it right back to the inbounder, Baca. Baca into the front court. Gives it off the right side. Pump fake and a drive and a kick out by Tureen. And now at the right elbow. Jump shot on the way. Back of the rim. It'll roll off. Offensive rebound, Martinez. First shot there was missed by Trusan. And then Martinez able to get the rock off the glass and cut it down to a 1-point game again. 4:39 to go first quarter. It's Roswell trailing Alamogordo 5-4 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Jones top of the key, gives it to Jacob right wing. Still zone defense for Roswell. They go to the free throw line, and a foul coming up on Tureen. And she tried to reach in and take it away from Justice Martin. That'll be an inbounds play for the Lady Tigers. Baseline right to inbound. It'll be Silva. And she passed the ball, holds it over her head here. Still looking to inbound and comes all the way out top to Martin. She dribbles to her left and gives it off the left wing. Silva gets open for a three, and she hits it. Boy, you cannot give her any breathing room. She buries the three, and she's got a couple of them. 6 points in the first quarter, an 8-4 lead for the Lady Tigers with 4:12 to go on the Richardson Motor scoreboard in the first quarter. Baca gets the pass off the press. Good dish to Tareen. She catches and she shoots. And Roswell, for the most part, has handled the Alamo press well. They've, I think, turned it over once or twice. And Coach Vigil's going to call a timeout. I think he wants to talk that over. After the timeout, Kylie Purcell will come into the game for Alamo. We're going to take a commercial break. 3:57 to go in the first on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. It's Alamo 8, Roswell 6. Girls basketball here on ESPN Alamogordo.
Tularosa Basin Telephone Company is famous for keeping you connected. They promise to deliver fast speeds, provide a reliable network, and do it all with a smile. Their customer service team is on top of every call with the answers you need. In fact, they believe their customers are the most important part of their business. Give Tularosa Basin Telephone Company a call at 585-2700 for the internet experience you've been waiting for.
Lady Tigers basketball with an 8-6 lead, 3:52 to go in the first. On the far side, it's Jacob, and Roswell switched up to just an extended zone. I was going to say man-to-man, but they're just cutting out in the perimeter and harassing the Lady Tigers. Jacob catches at the free throw line, dribbles once, comes out to the corner. Martin fires up a three. That's too strong. And the rebound is pulled in by the Lady Coyotes. Up the floor with it comes Velasco, and then Justice Martin steps in and steals it away all the way to the basket, and she finishes. Justice Martin with her first points of the night, and the Lady Tiger lead is out to 10-6. That wasn't the press there. Roswell had broken it and got into the half court, but they turned it over. Martinez was able to pass it across the timeline to Velasco, but Coach Sanchez wants a toss on the Roswell bench. Alamo with a 4-point lead, 3:14 to go in the first on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Let's check in with our sponsors one more time. This is Tiger Basketball.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Alamogordo girls leading 10-6 and getting a steal here as they trap the Roswell coming across the midcourt line. Faith Silva goes to the basket. She's fouled. The layup is good. And the Lady Tigers with a chance with a three-point play. I think it was Silva and Jacob that trapped here at the midcourt line. Silva got the steal. She raced to the other side and got the lay-in for the Lady Tigers. It's Silva. Darian Cosgrave's come into the game. Calista Jacob, Justice Martin, and Kylie Purcell on the floor for Alamogordo. Faith will rattle out the free throw, but Cosgrave grabs the rebound, tried to come outside with it, but turns it over. Coming the other direction with it are the Lady Coyotes. Velasco to the left wing, passes it back to Martinez. Martinez will dribble out between the circles. Jacob giving her all kinds of trouble there. Tried to fit a pass inside. Now it's a ball on the floor that Tareen comes up with, and she'll lay it in and pick up the foul. That was just a bad break for the Lady Tigers. They played good defense, and then at the very end, the ball squirted loose and came to a Lady Coyote. Mackenzie Tareen has got 6 in the game and can make it 7 and can make it a 3-point game with 2:47 to go here in the first on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. And she rattles home the free throw. 7 here in the first. Faith Silva has 8 points, so those two battling, two different position players. Tareen, a post player, for Silva out on the front court for the Lady, or out on the back court for the Lady Tigers. Coming across the timeline, is Silva. Left wing, it's Martin. She gives it off to Cosgray. Alamo going up against that 2-3 zone. Martin. Now Silva out near the timeline. Comes to Cosgray at the right wing. They're extending that zone. They go inside Purcell. Purcell able to get her way through a couple of defenders. The Roswell bench wanted to travel, didn't get it, but the shot was no good from Purcell, and Roswell comes away with the rebound. Into the front court. Right wing Velasco. Check that Baca with the basketball. She had it knocked away, and it came to number 25, Anita Trisson. Trisson tried to give it back to Baca. It's knocked away by Martin out of bounds. And we'll see Cecilia Munoz into the game for the first time for the Lady Tigers. Faith Silva will get a rest. Just one team foul on Alamogordo so far. And the ball comes top of the key. Good feed back to the inbounder. She'll be fouled as Jalen Baca got it back from Trisson and will go to the free throw line for 2 free throws. 12-9, Lady Tigers leading the Lady Coyotes. 2:06 to go in the first quarter, and Baca will shoot 2 free throws. She'll miss front rim on the first. Makes the second and takes it down to a 2-point lead for Alamogordo. And a little bit of trap press here from Roswell. Lady Tigers handle it well. Martin dribbles into the front court. 2-2-1 trap. And between the circles with it, it's Jacob. Gives it to Munoz. Cosgray. Left wing Jacob. 1:45 to go in the first. They go to the free throw line to Munoz. And then back outside to Martin. And Coach Vigil unhappy, I think, with the movement of the basketball there. Cosgray is going to get to the baseline. Pull-up jump shot, no good. And then a battle for the rebounds. Will get a jump ball. Callista Jacob battling for it with Skylar Lopez. And the possession arrow will, I would say, keep it with Alamogordo. I thought for a second Roswell was inbounding. Wait a minute, they won the tip. Jacob fits it into Cosgray on the inbounds, but didn't have a good angle. Her shot's no good. Now the rebound is being batted around. Trying to save it on the baseline was Lopez. And she'll step on the baseline when she touched it, so it'll stay on this end with Alamogordo. Callista with baseline right. Gets it off to Munoz in the corner. Alicia goes out top to Justice. Martin will dribble between the circles. And Coach Vigil directing traffic from the sideline. Looks like Roswell switched to a man-to-man. Cosgray catches right of the lane and hits the 13-footer. Darian Cosgray with her first points of the game. Lady Coyotes quickly into the front court, but double-team trap. Lady Tigers almost picked up a steal. Baca at the right elbow goes with the jumper, and she gets the nice deflection off of the glass and into the cylinder. And it's back down to a 2-point lead for Alamogordo. 14-12. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, and we're under 45 seconds to go. Munoz at the right wing with it. Cosgray top of the key. Give it off to the left wing to Jacob. A dangerous pass that Cosgray catches, then a good feed to Purcell. It was a dangerous pass, but it opened up the defense a little bit, and Purcell is the beneficiary there. She gets an easy lay-in, and then a traveling violation on Martinez as she, I guess, drug the pivot foot, and I was looking up court, and she, I think it was a hesitation to pass the basketball. She was going to, stopped, and ended up turning it over. 28 seconds left. Alamo with the basketball, and they lead 16-12. It's been a fun one here early. Silva gets the inbounds. Comes to the top of the key. Left wing to Munoz. Cosgray. And they work it along the perimeter here. And then a traveling violation on Callista Jacob. And back over to Roswell. And some subs for the Lady Coyotes. They'll bring Baca back in. Trisson hits the bench. Martinez comes back on, and Velasco comes out. Inbounding it is Grace Velasco. That was Mercedes Velasco heading to the bench. This is Grace dribbling all the way to the baseline. And almost ran out of room. Fit a pass into Tureen. Tureen powers up, draws the foul. The layup is no good, but she'll go back to the line. She's 1 of 1 with 7 points, and with 8.5 seconds left in the first. Chance to bring this back down to a one-possession game. And the free throw rolls home. 16-13. Sub for Roswell. Mercedes Velasco comes back into the game. It'll be for Baca. And back in is Anita Trisson. She'll check in for Martinez. So bringing on some defense would be the guess, or I don't know if a couple of those ladies are dealing with some foul issues. The free throw is good, and Turin's got 9 here in the quarter. 8.5 seconds left. Silva gets the inbounds, gives it back to Jacob. And a pass up in front of Faith Silva. Silva gets the baseline, feeds it to Alicia Munoz. Couldn't get the buzzer beater to fall. It was a good pass from Faith, but Alicia had to go up as quickly as she could with the time running out and unable to get it to fall. That's the end of one on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. The Lady Tigers leading the Lady Coyotes 16-14. We'll be back after these messages.
Desert Sun. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Desert Sun Auto Group consists of 5 dealerships across the great state of New Mexico. This means we have 5 new car departments with over 500 vehicles to choose from and over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles. Majority of these vehicles, when bought from us, are backed with Desert Sun's lifetime powertrain protection. Stop by either Desert Sun Motors or Desert Sun Toyota today and let us help you find your new ride. See our full inventory at DesertSunMotors.com.
Every student wants their high school sports apparel, and there's only one place to get it, the Winner's Circle. They carry all the local school letter jackets, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, or Bear. While you're there, get your jacket personalized with embroidery, stitching, and have your letters and patches sewn on too. They also carry trophies, plaques, and awards, and service with a smile. It's all at the Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. The Lady Tigers leading 16-14 after 1. They go left to right. Roswell rights left, and Roswell has the basketball first. Martinez, the left wing, dribbles the top of the key. Baca, man-to-man defense for the Lady Tigers. Ball goes out to left corner. It is Mercedes Velasco. Good dribbling there. Gets herself into the lane, goes up with the floater, and finishes her first points of the night. Lady Tigers were led by Faith Silva, 8 points in that first quarter. And 2 points apiece for Darian Cosgrave, Kylie Purcell, Michaela Jones, and Justice Martin. In the front court with it is Martin. Swings it over to Jacob, right wing. Top of the key, stops, gives it off to Brianna Bickham, and from the free throw line, hits the jumper. Brianna Bickham with her first points of the night. And it's an 18-16 lead for the Lady Tigers on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Coming up on 7 minutes to go in the first half. Martinez, the left wing. Martinez got to the baseline, or rather the near sideline, almost stepped on it, and some good passing by Roswell, but the finish not there inside for the Lady Coyotes. Janae Faust on the other side, though, good passing for Alamo, and the finish not there for Michaela Jones. So Roswell comes the other way after the rebound. Left wing 3 on the way, goes off the heel, no good. Rebound pulled in by Baca. She'll be fouled. The layup is no good, but she'll go to line for 2 free throws. Well, then Mackenzie Tureen led the way for Roswell in that first period with 9. 3 points for Jalen Baca, 2 for Cheyenne Martinez. Baca to the free throw line where she makes the first. And makes it an 18-17 game. Kylie Purcell comes in. Michaela Jones will head to the bench for Alamo. Second free throw up, and that is good as well. So it is Jacob, Martin, Silva, Bickham, and Purcell on the floor for the Lady Tigers. Alamo able to break the pressure from Roswell. Here's Martin dribbling in the lane, kicks it out. Left wing 3 from Callista Jacob misses, but Silva is able to track down the rebound in the right corner. Skip pass over the left side to Martin. They go to the baseline. Bickham jump shot is no good. Rebound Purcell inside. Purcell goes up for the lay-in. That's no good. It was a great rebound, and she worked her way around a couple of defenders, not able to finish at the end. Roswell the other side, over in the right corner. It's Baca, feeds it over left corner. Martinez fires a 3. That's good. And Roswell has taken their first lead of the night, 21-18. Crossing the 6-minute mark here in the second. Between the circles with it, Martin. They give it to Jacob at the left. Callista gives it off to Faith. Now right corner with it, it's Martin. She dribbles to her left. Comes back out between the circles to Silva. Silva, top of the key, fires a three. No good. Baca had her hands on the rebound, but it's deflected around. Bickham comes away with it, and Bickham, right of the wing, right of the lane, I should say, get the lay-in up and in. Bickham's got 4. All the Lady Tigers points here in the second. Tareen in the middle of the floor, fed it to Baca, and then Baca airmailed it away. She was looking for Janae Faust in the post, and I don't know if she was expecting somebody to be in the left corner. That's where the pass ended up, and then going out of bounds. So Alamo gets it back. They trail 21-20 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. And walking across the timeline is Callista Jacob. Jacob directing traffic, dribbles it over to the left side. Left corner gives it off to Martin. Martin bounce pass inside to Bickham. Bickham fakes right, goes to her left, goes up with the shot, and draws the foul from Faust. And it is Faust that gets the personal. The 15th foul on Roswell. I think this is just the 4th. But the free throw no good from Brianna Bickham. One more for her. And she rattles that one home and ties us up again. 21-21 with 5:02 to go in the second on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Martinez dribbles in the backcourt. Alamo, kind of a loose press and a bad reception of the basketball from Jalen Baca. Martinez passed it well, but Baca unable to pull it in. Roswell subbing in a couple. As Baca comes out, so does Faust. Back into the game is Trusan and Grace Velasco. Coming across midcourt with it is Bickham. Or I should say Martin, top of the key. Martin drives, pass to Purcell, and Purcell finishes. Roswell didn't seem to have their zone set up particularly well there, and Martin dribbled right in the lane. They tried to collapse, and Purcell was there for the easy lay-in. And almost another turnover for Roswell. Alamogordo gets a hand on it, goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Lady Coyotes. They're still in the backcourt here. Inbounds goes to Martinez. Lady Tigers doesn't want to go trap at the midcourt line. Martinez close to carrying it there, and not sure what happened. They called a double dribble. That should have been a travel to begin with. I don't know what the officials were doing. Martinez stopped. There was no call. She had picked up the ball and had it at her hip. And she had taken 3 steps after she had picked up her dribble. There was no call, and she went to dribble it again, and they called her for a double dribble. Okay. At the free throw line, Bickham. Bickham goes up for a shot, and it goes out of bounds. Coach Vigil wanted a foul on the shot. Didn't get it, and it'll be Roswell basketball. Now 2 little confounding calls there from my perspective. Martinez gets the inbound. She's double-teamed immediately. Roswell able to break through it, but turn it over again. They did the right things there, but it's a couple of little mistakes that's costing them. And you put a little bit of pressure on a younger team, and sometimes that stuff will happen. But Trusan just lost that off her hands out of bounds. She would have had an easy lay-in. Lady Tigers with it. Left wing with it is Martin. Silva. Pump fakes, gets into the lane, pull-up jump shot. Back of the rim, no good. Bickham grabs the offensive board. Then he'll pass it back outside. Silva, Jacob in the left corner. 3 is good. Callista Jacob off of the offensive board is able to hit the 3, and it's a 5-point lead for Alamo. Pass into the front court is tracked down, and boy, nearly a travel there. Good pass inside, though. Good work by Gracie Velasco, and she gave it to Anita Trusan, who lays it up and in. And it's a 26-23 lead for the Lady Tigers. 3:12 to go in the first half. It's Martin between the circles with it. She dribbles, gives it off to Bickham at the left wing. Now to Silva. Silva bounce pass to Jacob at the free throw line. Callista has the ball knocked away from behind. And then a travel going to be called on, or I shouldn't say a travel, a foul going to be called on Alamogordo. It'll be just the 5th team foul. Bacon will come out of the game. Michaela Jones returns. So it's Jones, Purcella, Jacob, Silva, and Martin. Inbounds to Martinez for Roswell. Martinez goes to the far side of the court from the near side. Baca dribbles top of the key. Baca trying to work it inside to Trusan. It's knocked away by the Lady Tigers, and they'll bring it into the front court with a 3-point lead. Martin takes the top of the key. Go to the right corner. Silva gets past her defender. Pull-up jump shot is up and good. She had the chance from the corner. Pump faked, and then dribbled to about 16 feet and hits the jumper. She is into double figures with 10. 2:28 remaining in the second. Top of the key. Baca's going to fire three, and she's going to hit it. Baca got open after Alamo gambled a little bit defensively. And it's back down to a 2-point lead, 28-26. These teams going back and forth here in the first half. Martin at the left wing. Dribbles top of the key. Dribbles in the lane. Almost traveled. She kept the pivot foot. Goes to the right corner. Three is no good from Silva. Rebound pulled in by Jacob. She can't get the lay-in to go. And then off of the rebound, knocked out of bounds from Trusan. And it'll be Roswell basketball. Alicia comes again. Faith Silva will get a rest with 2:01 remaining here in the second. And the inbounds goes to Martinez. She'll dribble with Alamo pressuring in the backcourt. Gets it up ahead to Baca. Baca top of the key, drives the lane. Baca goes right into Kylie Purcella and draws the foul. And it'll be 2 free throws coming up for Jalen Baca. Purcella was kind of no man's land. She had someone she had to defend to her right, not allow the pass from Baca, and Baca's driving right to the basket. She decided to stick with the defender and then at the last second come over and ended up fouling Baca. She's going to miss the first free throw, though, and it'll stay a 2-point lead. 1:53 to go in the second on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Second free throw is up. This one rolls in for Baca, and it's down to a 1-point lead. Baca with 9 for the game, 6 in the second quarter. As close to Jacob looks over to the Lady Tiger bench and brings it across the timeline. Right wing to Munoz. Munoz skip pass left wing to Martin. Left corner, Jacob. She drives baseline. Gets a little bit of room. Shot too strong. Purcella with the rebound. Her putback attempt no good. The rebound tipped around last off of a Roswell player. And the Lady Tigers will keep it. Pretty good offense there by Alamo. They worked it around, and Jacob had a pretty good chance at a mid-range jumper, actually in-close jumper by the end of it. And then Purcella again with a good offensive rebound, but not able to finish. Right wing, it's Jacob to inbounds. And boy, almost stepped over the inline. Got it just into Munoz, and then the pressure defense from Roswell knocks it out of bounds with 1:31 to go in the second. 28-27, Lady Tigers leading the Lady Coyotes. First game of our doubleheader. Looks like we're going to get a sub in for Alamogordo, as for the first time we see Lyric Arce. And Alicia Munoz comes out. Right of the lane, pull-up jump shot is no good from Michaela Jones, and the rebound by Baca. Baca feeds the near side. Serene dribbles to the top of the key. She gives it off left wing. Martinez fires a three. That rattles out. The rebound is pulled in by Martin, and then a foul going to be called on Roswell. Still no free throws yet. That'll just be the 5th team foul on the Lady Coyotes with 1:15 left. Lady Coyotes wanted a jump ball there, but instead the official calls the contact. Brianna Bickham back into the game. Purcell out there with Jacob and Martin. Lady Tigers up by 1. Had the lead out to 6 at one point, but that's been it. It's been close. Roswell's had a lead of 3, and that's it. Martin picks up her dribble out at the top of the key, looking for somebody to get it to, and goes to Jacob at the baseline. It almost goes out of bounds, but Callista was able to reel it in. Top of the key, Martin feeds it off to Lyric. Here's Arce with a 3 off the glass and good. Lyric Arce knocks down the triple from the top of the key, and it's a 31-27 lead. Now a 3 on the other side is up, and that's good as Gracie Velasco knocks in the triple. This has been an exceptionally entertaining first half. 31-30 with 35 seconds left here in the second quarter. Between the circles with it, it's Jacob. Jacob gets a screen from Purcell, goes the other way off of it. Martin's got it. Now Martin between the circles, hands it off to Arce. Arce to Martin. Martin gets away from her defender. Dribbles the baseline over to the right corner. Picks up her dribble. Goes to Joseph in the lane. Bounce pass to Bickham. Bickham too strong on the layup attempt. Martinez grabs the rebound, and we're going to get a foul and a 1-and-1 on the other side for Cheyenne Martinez. She's got 5. It'll be her first trip to the charity stripe. And there's 12.1 seconds left here in the first half. The Lady Tigers leading the Lady Coyotes 31-30. Martinez hits the first and ties it up. I think Alamo's going to be frustrated with some of the easy buckets that they've missed. They've run the offense well and gotten open looks, or offensive rebounds and gotten good looks, and haven't been hitting those close shots. As Martinez hits both and gives the Lady Coyotes a 32-31 lead. 12.1 seconds left. Roswell is going to go that 2-2-1 press, about three-quarter court. Martin gets it into the front court. And a pass is too low for Kylie Purcell. Threw it at her feet, went between her legs, and out of bounds with 5.3 seconds left. Again, did the right things just right up there until the end. And then Roswell will get the ball here with 5.3 seconds left. Martinez able to dribble all the way to midcourt. Gives off the right side, right corner. Velasco fires a 3 and just misses on that. But that'll be the end of the first half, and a very fun first half. Back and forth. Roswell has the lead going to the break, 32-31 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. Our first game of our doubleheader, girls basketball now. Boys basketball will be coming up next, and we'll take a break. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball on ESPN Alamogordo.
Everybody else wakes up so rested and cheery, while you wake up with back pain and ready to get back into bed again. They make you sick. It takes 30 minutes just to get your back feeling normal. You work hard to make life great. Why is sleep such an issue? It shouldn't be. Sleepwell can help you find your sleep again. From finding a mattress that supports your back to relieving strain by using a power base, Sleepwell will partner with you. Come see us today. Find the rest you need and lose the back pain. When you sleep well, you live well.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our holiday loan skip-a-payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Stop by White Sands Motorsports right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70 or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com. What makes Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai unique? At Vision Ford, we're all about you, your vision, your style, your needs, and your story. Vision is fully stocked with dozens of the hottest 2018 models, including the Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck for 40 years. With financing options that fit every budget and a sales team dedicated to you, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai continues the Yes We Can tradition. All we need is you. Visit us today at 1500 South White Sands Boulevard or 24/7 online at visionfordlincoln.com.
If you find yourself frustrated because your internet is slow, then you need to call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company. They have the speed, the reliability, and the customer service to turn your frustration into smiles. Now, doesn't that sound like a better plan? Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company at 585-2700 and get connected today.
Sometimes you just need a loan. Your daughter Debbie is getting married. Your son Toby needs a new tuba. Let's face it, families cost money. Things come up that you had no way of predicting. We make personal loans for occasions like this to people who have good credit. So next time you find yourself connected to the unexpected, stop in and see us about a personal loan, subject to credit approval. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome back to Roswell High School, and a very entertaining first half that has the Lady Coyotes leading the Lady Tigers 32-31. Been back and forth. No team has had a double-digit lead. I think it stayed within 6 the entire game. And just to give you kind of a difference in last year's game to this year's game, it was 39-32 final score last year, and it's 32-31 at half. So much more offense, back and forth. Good stuff. Like I said, immensely entertained on my side. Paige Silva had 10 points to lead the Tigers. Brianna Bickham with 5 points. And 4 points for Kylie Purcella. Lyric Arcee's got 3. And 2 points for, or 3 points for Calista Jacob as well. 2 points for Justice Martin, Michaela Jones, and Darian Cosgray. So the scoring spread out pretty nicely there. On the Roswell side of things, it is Mackenzie Tureen with 9. 8 points for Jalen Baca. 7 for Cheyenne Martinez. 3 points for Grace Velasco. And a pair for Mercedes Velasco and Anita Trisson. For Alamo, I think that they're just going to be frustrated, feeling that they should have gotten more in that first half, that they had some better open looks, whether it was off of offensive rebounding, whether it was off of the just good passing, working the ball around and getting good looks inside, and just not hitting some of those shots. And you could just tell on the Alamo bench there was a fair amount of frustration with things not working the way that I think Coach Vigil wanted them to. But hey, it's a 1-point game at halftime. If they clean up a few things, I think the Lady Tigers will come out of here with the win. But hey, credit Roswell. I mean, they fell behind a few times in this game and fought back on both occasions and took the lead right before halftime. Knocked down some clutch threes, 3 of them there in that second quarter. Able to break the Alamogordo pressure. That really has not been an issue for Roswell. I mean, a lot of their turnovers have been unforced errors, and I would say the same for Alamo. I mean, a lot of their turnovers have just been unforced. It really hasn't been the defense giving them major problems. But I'm looking forward to the second half. I think we're going to see a really entertaining game, and you're going to hopefully listen to a very entertaining game. Again, we've got boys basketball coming up next. The Alamogordo boys against the Roswell boys. Alamo trying to get back on the winning track after winning a couple. They lost a pair over the weekend on Friday and Saturday, and would love to come in here to Roswell and pick up a victory over a very good Coyotes team. So we'll take a commercial break, and we'll come back with second half. Lady Tigers, Lady Coyotes. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, it's Roswell 32, Alamogordo 31. Back after this.
This is Brandon with Desert Sun. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Desert Sun Auto Group consists of 5 dealerships across the great state of New Mexico. This means we have 5 new car departments with over 500 vehicles to choose from and over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles. Majority of these vehicles, when bought from us, are backed with Desert Sun's lifetime powertrain protection. Stop by either Desert Sun Motors or Desert Sun Toyota today and let us help you find your new ride. See our full inventory at DesertSunMotors.com.
When you hear the term Outfitters of Champions, you know it's the Winner's Circle. They can do all your custom silk screen and embroidery on hats, shirts, and jackets. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. The Winner's Circle is the place for quality work at reasonable prices with group and team discounts available. They also customize trophies, personalized plaques, and sporting gear. The Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street, or give them a call at 437-9373.
Everybody else wakes up so rested and cheery, while you wake up with back pain and ready to get back into bed again. They make you sick. It takes 30 minutes just to get your back feeling normal. You work hard to make life great. Why is sleep such an issue? It shouldn't be. Sleepwell can help you find your sleep again. From finding a mattress that supports your back to relieving strain by using a power base, Sleepwell will partner with you. Come see us today. Find the rest you need and lose the back pain. When you sleep well, you live well.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our Holiday Loan Skip-a-Payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Stop by White Sands Motorsports right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70 or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com. What makes Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai unique? At Vision Ford, we're all about you, your vision, your style, your needs, and your story. Vision is fully stocked with dozens of the hottest 2018 models, including the Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck for 40 years. With financing options that fit every budget and a sales team dedicated to you, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai continues the Yes We Can tradition. All we need is you. Visit us today at 1500 South White Sands Boulevard or 24/7 online at visionfordlincoln.com.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Well, welcome back. 32-31 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. It's the Lady Coyotes leading the Lady Tigers. And both teams back out from the locker room. Alamo in their road black jerseys, gold numerals, white outlining. The Lady Coyotes in their home white jerseys with red numerals and black outlining. And it'll be Alamo right to left here in the second half. And the Lady Coyotes will go from left to right. Callista Jacob to inbound. Out there with Justice Martin, Brianna Bickham, Michaela Jones, and Faith Silva, your starters for the second half for Alamogordo. They give it to Jacob at the right wing off a pass from Jones. She pump faked on a 3 and decided to bring it out and reset the offense here. Jacob at the right wing goes inside to Bickham. Bickham fakes and goes up with a shot and finishes. That's one of those shots that Alamo had some trouble making in the first half, and they get off to a start and take a 33-32 lead. Roswell able to break the pressure. Off to the corner to Mercedes Velasco. Now it's Cheyenne Martinez. Martinez has the ball knocked away, and Faith Silva one-on-one in the other direction. It's Silva all the way to the basket, and she lays it in. Faith Silva now with 12, and Alamogordo takes a 35-32 lead. Pressure in the backcourt. Coming across the timeline is Mercedes Velasco. Double team, comes to the middle of the floor. Passing here for Roswell. Baca trying to fit a pass inside in a lane that wasn't there, and Alamo comes away with another steal. Bounce pass over to the corner. Silva fires a 3. That's no good. The Alamo bench was on their feet, excited about that one going in. Martin almost steals it. And then we got a foul coming up on Jalen Baca. And she... Oh, they call that on Alamo? Wait a minute. Okay. Roswell was lining up that they were going to inbounds. Now the official, a little confused. He was used to Alamo going this direction. He was all the way on the other round of the court. That had me confused and everybody, I think his fellow officials confused. But Alamo inbounds it here. Jacob in the corner to Silva. Jacob pump fakes and goes up with a runner at the baseline. It's too strong, out of bounds, and it'll stay on this side when last off of a Lady Coyote. 6:43 to go, third quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. And it's Alamo in front, 35-32. They've scored the first 4 points of the half. Inbound to Martin at the right wing. Top of the key off to Jones. And she'll take a long 2. It's no good. Getting inside position was Bickham, but had it tipped away from her. And Tristan will bring it up into the front court. Pass right of lane, Tureen. Tureen goes inside. Good feed, but not a good finish from Tristan off the feed from Tureen. And here comes Alamo the other way off the rebound. Here's Silva right of the lane, trying to work her way to the basket. Looked like she was bumped pretty hard there. Gets her own miss, though, and lays it in. And a timeout going to be called by Coach Sanchez. And a full timeout after Alamo scores the first 6 points of the second half. 37-32, 6:14 to go in the third, and a timeout on the floor. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball on ESPN Alamogordo.
Slow internet again? signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service, it's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.2, 6:14 go in the third, 37-32. Alamo in the lead, 6 straight points to begin the half, and that led to a timeout called by Roswell. Martinez gets it into the front court, dribbles all the way to the left wing. Martin pestering her, gives it to Tristan at the elbow. Tristan now dribbles, takes it from the left side to the right side. Long three on the way. No good from Grace Velasco. Rebound pulled in by Alamogordo. Jacob into the front court for the Lady Tigers. Takes it top of the key. Left wing gives it off to Martin. She steps right into a three. That one skips off to the front of the rim and goes out of bounds. And it'll be Roswell basketball. The sub for Jalen Baca coming into the game for Roswell. And Mercedes Velasco comes out. Now Alma not pressuring here. They're just staying back in the half-court defense. Not wanting to give Roswell maybe some easy looks. They handled the pressure pretty well in that first half. Inside they go to Tureen here, and then Tureen is going to be fouled by Michaela Jones. And they're going to call a hold on her. Baseline to the left of the basket for Roswell to inbound. They trail by 5, 5:34 to go in the third. They'll sub Mercedes Velasco back in and bring out Grace Velasco. And they try an inbounds that goes off of Tureen's hands. Just trying to fit it into a tight window there. Tureen was, she wouldn't have even been able to rise up and try and shoot that. She was underneath the backboard. But it goes off her hands out of bounds. Jacob into the front court, top of the key, gives it left wing to Martin. Bounce pass to Silva at the free throw line. Silva fakes right, goes left, and then pass to Martin. Left wing this time. She hits the three from that spot. Justice Martin, her first triple of the game. And Alamo has scored the first 9 points of the second half. Comes to the left wing, inside Tureen, and she will finally break that run. She lays it in, and Martin came along late and fouled her. And it'll be a chance at a three-point play. Official says she gets hit on the head there, and that's what leads to the foul. So Mackenzie Tureen works her way into double figures here with that bucket. She's got 11, and will go to the free throw line where she's 3 of 3. That's the first foul on Justice Martin. And the curse of the broadcaster. The free throw's no good, but they had a little bit of discussion on who went off of last. The rebound goes out of bounds, and it'll last go off of Alamo, so Roswell will take that as they'll get another chance here. Michaela Jones comes out of the game. So did Mackenzie Tureen. We see Kylie Purcella back in for Alamogordo. Martinez catches and shoots off the inbounds, and she hits it from 17 feet out, just inside the three-point line at the right wing. And it's good, and Roswell answers with 4 straight points after Alamo started the half on a 9-0 run. Here's Silva going inside. Purcella off the glass. Couldn't get the roll off the iron. Out of bounds. Last off of Roswell. And Lady Tigers will keep it on this end. 4:45 to go, third quarter. On the Richardson Motor scoreboard, it's the Lady Tigers 40, the Lady Coyotes 36. Silva to inbound, baseline left. Holding it overhead. And gets it off to the left wing. Gets it right back in the left corner. Fires the three. Front rim no good. Jacob gets the rebound. Tries to dribble away towards the basket. And has it knocked away. A battle for it on the floor. And they're going to call a jump ball. And possession arrow will give it to Roswell. So kind of going with the theme of the game. Alamo looked like, man, this is it. Maybe they're going to start pulling away. They go on a 9-0 run. Roswell scores the next 4, and they've got the ball back to try to cut it down to a one-possession game again. Baca pass to the feet of Martinez, but she reels it in. Now comes out to Mercedes Velasco between the circles. Baca catches the right wing. She dribbles top of the key, gives out to Velasco, steps into a long 3. It's no good. Rebound is being kicked around, and Silva comes away with it. And they're going to call a travel on Silva, who's getting, she was getting held there. Silva had the basketball in her hand, and the Roswell player is holding on to her. She pulls her arm free, and then they call a traveling violation on her. There should have been a foul somewhere there on a Roswell player, but doesn't get called, and then Faith kind of tossed the basketball away, and she's probably lucky she didn't get called for a technical. Stepping in front of the pass, though, is Justice Martin. She looked like she had a run to the basket, but I don't think she reeled it in. But she finds Faith Silva in transition, who can't hit the 3. Now the ball being knocked around, and it went off of the legs of Justice Martin out of bounds, and Roswell will get it. 4:01 to go third. Still a 4-point lead. Alicia Munoz will come into the game, and it'll be Callista Jacob getting a breather. Bickham, Martin, Silva, Munoz, and Purcell on the floor for the Lady Tigers. Baca goes to the far side to Velasco. Velasco into the front court, goes from the far side of the court to the near side, back to Baca. Baca then finds Velasco at the left wing, and Velasco travels as she got ready to drive, and it'll be Alamogordo basketball. 3:48 remaining in the third quarter. And Silva will inbound to Martin, and she'll bring it across the timeline, right to Munoz, the left wing, then back to Justice, and she'll hold it there. The right wing gives it off to Faith. Now it's Martin. Munoz over the left corner, Bickham, and the Lady Tigers swinging it around left to right, and they lose track of Silva left corner. She just has not found her spot there from the corner, and trying to grab the rebound was not Serene, but Clarissa Vega, and she just loses it out of bounds, and it'll be Alamogordo basketball. Jacob will be the trigger person. Coming into the game, back into the game is Darian Cosgray. She checks in for, I believe it's Bickham. Good bounce pass to Cosgray. She had to track it down, though. Gives it to Munoz. Goes to the baseline. Comes back out towards midcourt to Martin. And now to Jacob as the Lady Tigers look to set up a play. 3:18 to go, third quarter on the Register Motor scoreboard. It's the Lady Tigers 40. And the Lady Coyotes 36. Left corner, Munoz catch and shoot. 3 no good. Cosgray gets the rebound. Her putback is no good. And then it's Jacob who grabs it. Her shot no good. And then another rebound attempt is knocked out of bounds. This will be last off of Roswell. So Alamogordo getting all types of offensive rebounds and second chances and third chances and not able to get it to go. And the work inside, for the most part, hasn't really been there for the Lady Tigers. Munoz catches the inbounds, gives it to Martin with 3 minutes to go. Martin pass was behind Alicia Munoz, but she tracks it down, gives it off to Jacob. Little jab step to her left, now dribbles to her right. Out between the circles, directing traffic, gives it off to Cosgray at the free throw line, and Cosgray travels. Now Cosgray went to turn and face towards the basket and drug the pivot foot before she started to dribble. 2:45 remaining here in the third quarter of play, and Alamogordo holding on to a 4-point lead. Cheyenne Martinez left wing 3 is no good. And then we've got a foul inside. So they're going to call a foul on Janae Faust inside. She was fighting for position on the rebound and obviously fought a little bit too hard. Drew the foul. Faith Silva will come back in, and it'll be Justice Martin. Two and a half minutes to go, third quarter. So this pace has slowed down just a little bit. We had two really high-tempo first and second quarters. I think that had a lot to do with the defense, the press. Both teams have kind of sunken into half-court defenses, and it slowed it down. Left corner with it, it's Jacob going over the far side to Munoz. Now to Silva. And Roswell's been aggressive in this zone defense. They're coming out and meeting these players. Silva dribbling back near midcourt. Gives it off to Cosgray. Cosgray turns and faces much better this time. Bounce pass, though, goes off Kylie Purcella's hands inside. And Purcell loses it out of bounds to Roswell. Grace Velasco back in for Roswell. It'll be for Mercedes Velasco. 2:08 to go third quarter. And it's Alamo up by 4. Roswell breaks the pressure. Alamo went back to it there. Driving her way to the basket is Grace Velasco. She's going to be fouled, looks like by Faith Silva. And it'll be 2 free throws coming up for the Lady Coyotes. Faith picking up her second foul and the third team foul on the Lady Tigers. Not a lot of fouling in this game. It's been pretty wide open. The flow has been good, and the free throw is no good here. Grace Velasco, who has 3 points. That was her first free throw of the night. And some subs for Roswell. Martinez and Faust come out. So they bring Tureen and Truson back on. Second free throw from Grace Velasco goes in. And we're back down to a one-possession game. It's 40-37. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Alamo opened up with a 9-0 run in the first 2 minutes of the half. They haven't scored since then. Roswell really hasn't done much more offensively. They've put up 5 points. And here's Purcell right of the lane trying to post up. And it's cut off well. Feeds it outside to Silva. This shot goes off the heel of the rim. Tureen grabs the rebound inside. And it's passed up ahead to Grace Velasco. Velasco dribbling to the left wing. Probably should have been a foul there. She was bumped from behind and lost the basketball. Jacob stops just underneath the basket, goes up with the shot. It rolls off the front of the rim. And now here's Roswell in the fast break. 2-on-1, now 2-on-2. And then going up with the shot inside. Faith Silva might have just picked up her third foul. We'll see who gets it inside. It's Baca. And it is Silva picking up her third. And the fourth team foul on Alamo. 2 free throws for Jalen Baca, but she'll miss the first. So a 40-37 lead. Silva will come out, and they'll try to protect her 3 fouls. And so it'll be Justice Martin coming in for her. Second free throw misses. Brianna Bickham grabs the rebound. Bickham, Jacob, Purcella, Munoz, and Martin, who has the basketball at the center circle. She continues to dribble, picks it up, comes left wing to Bickham. And back over to Martin. Munoz, Jacob, looking to get it inside. She dribbles back one, then gives it off to Purcella. Purcella tries to go to Bickham inside, but stolen away by Baca. Baca works her way up the floor. Martin knocked it away. On the floor, Baca slid with the basketball in her possession. Didn't get called for the travel. And then Velasco at the midcourt line. She is called for the travel. She thought she was hit on the arm and did not get the whistle. 47 seconds left to go in the third. 40-37. Alamogordo in front. Justice Martin across the timeline for the Lady Tigers. Left wing gives it off to Munoz. Holds it overhead. Goes to the free throw line. Bickham. Bickham dribbles a couple of times, then passes it back out to Jacob. Back to Bickham at the free throw line. She'll go up the shot. Just in front of the left elbow, it's good, and that'll bring a timeout from Coach Manny Vigil, a full timeout, as the Lady Tigers finally get a bucket after a pretty long drought there in that third quarter. But they do have a 5-point lead on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, 42-37, 27.6 seconds left to go in the third. This is Tiger basketball.
This is Brandon with Desert Sun. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Desert Sun Auto Group consists of 5 dealerships across the great state of New Mexico. This means we have 5 new car departments with over 500 vehicles to choose from and over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles. Majority of these vehicles, when bought from us, are backed with Desert Sun's lifetime powertrain protection. Stop by either Desert Sun Motors or Desert Sun Toyota today and let us help you find your new ride. See our full inventory at DesertSunMotors.com.
Every student wants their high school sports apparel, and there's only one place to get it, the Winner's Circle. They carry all the local school letter jackets, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, or Bear. While you're there, get your jacket personalized with embroidery, stitching, and have your letters and patches sewn on too. They also carry trophies, plaques, and awards, and service with a smile. It's all at the Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome back. The Lady Tigers in front 42-37. And the ball in the front court for Roswell. Alamogordo going some half-court trap here. Nearly got a steal. Lady Coyotes trying to handle the pressure here, and Purcell is going to foul with 11.8 seconds left. Couple of subs here. Purcell comes out. Michaela Jones comes in. So Jones, Bickham, Martin, Munoz, and Jacob all on the floor. Near sideline inbound, Martinez will bring it in for the Lady Coyotes. Tureen in the corner. They've got Vega inside. And Alicia Munoz is going to draw a foul. It'll be the second foul on her, 6-team foul. She kind of nudged one of the Roswell players out of bounds. They were fighting for position. They go inside. Vega is going to miss the first layup. The second one no good as well. And Bickham grabs the rebound. 5 seconds left. Jacob, 3 seconds, 2. Gives it off to the corner. Munoz not able to put it up. She caught the ball, and she really wouldn't have been able to get up a good look. Probably the best one there is if Jacob pulled up and shot as she came into the front court. But that'll do it. After 3 periods, Alamogordo leads 42-37 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Lady Tiger Basketball.
Everybody else wakes up so rested and cheery, while you wake up with back pain and ready to get back into bed again. They make you sick. It takes 30 minutes just to get your back feeling normal. You work hard to make life great. Why is sleep such an issue? It shouldn't be. Sleepwell can help you find your sleep again. From finding a mattress that supports your back to relieving strain by using a power base, Sleepwell will partner with you. Come see us today. Find the rest you need and lose the back pain. When you sleep well, you live well.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our holiday loan skip-a-payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. The start of the fourth quarter. Alamogordo comes out with Faith Silva, Callista Jacob, Justice Martin, Brianna Bickham, and Michaela Jones. Roswell basketball, they go left to right, and the Lady Tigers going right to left in this fourth quarter, and a double dribble going to be called on Jalen Baca, and a quick turnover to begin the half for Roswell. It's Baca, Tureen, Trusan, Martinez, and Mercedes Velasco on the floor for Roswell. Roswell's been in the zone pretty much the entire game. Silva catches at the free throw line, then brings it back out to Jones, left wing to Jacob. They go to the baseline to Bickham. Bickham drives, can't get it to go. Rebound grabbed underneath by Martin. Martin tried to pass it out to Jones, but stolen away by Mercedes Velasco. And it'll be Martinez bringing it in the front court. Martinez across the timeline, picks up her dribble, goes to the elbow to Tureen. Tureen comes back outside Baca, and Baca, pass was almost too far from Martinez. She tracks it down. Baca between the circles now. 7:15 to go, fourth quarter. Alamo up 42-37. Pass inside, good catch by Martinez. The finish not there though, and the Lady Tigers will grab the rebound. That was a nice pass, and Martinez off balance put up a lay-in attempt and just couldn't get it to fall. Here's Faith Silva getting an open look at 3. She hits it. Faith Silva gets just a little bit of room. She'd gone a bit cold to shooting there in that third quarter. She had 3 or 4 chances from the corner. They worked her out to the left wing, and she buries it. Over to the left corner. This is a 2 if it's good. Too strong, though. The loose ball is pulled in by Tureen. Her layup attempt is good, and she's fouled, and she has been a force inside for the Lady Coyotes. And she gets the 3-point opportunity. And Faith Silva, was that her 4th? No, it looks like they found Justice Martin on the foul there. Because Faith was holding her arm straight up and down, so I thought she had picked up the foul, but did not. And the free throw attempt is no good from Tureen. And here come the Lady Tigers with the rebound in the other direction. They lead 45-39 with 6:30 to go in the fourth quarter. Silva at the left wing, left corner gives it off to Jacob. Back to Silva. Yeah, Roswell definitely has to be aggressive with their zone out in the perimeter. They can't let they can't sink into that zone. Jones goes over to the corner. Silva, ball fakes, then drives. Pull-up jump shot just to the right of the lane. And I believe the bucket's good. And they're going to call a foul again on a rebound. Boy, you don't see that very much, especially on made buckets. But Roswell, I think, that's the third time they've been called for a rebound foul that has kept the ball in Alamogordo possession. That's got to be infuriating. Silva now with 19 points after that last layup goes in. Or I should say jump shot. Silva trying to force it inside to Jones and had it knocked away. And then we've got a foul on the loose ball battle. And they're going to call it on Bickham, it looks like. But it's a one-on-one on the other side. Brianna picks up her first foul, 8th team foul on Alamogordo. And Alamo turned up the pressure a little bit defensively, and they've started to rack up the fouls here in this latter portion of the second half. Can't tell who that is at the line. I think it's Tristan at the line. Yes, and she missed it. So Alamogordo gets the rebound. I couldn't tell her hair was covering up her number. Across the timeline with it, it's Jacob. Left wing gives it off to Munoz. Good pass inside to Martin, then right back outside. Bickham too strong, and the loose ball is pulled in by Tristan. Over to the left corner with it, Baca. She is cut off nicely by Jacob. Cutting left of the lane and trying to reel it in was Baca. And she's going to lose it out of bounds and back over to Alamogordo. 5:42 to go, fourth quarter. Alamo leading 47-39 as they try to pull away. Just have not been able to get a whole lot of space here. And Roswell going to a little more backcourt pressure as Jacob gives to Munoz. Munoz races all the way to the right wing and forces a break of the pressure. Skip pass to Silva, left wing. This three misses. Jones grabs the rebound inside. I think she traveled, but no call. The layup is no good. Now the battle for the loose ball is going to be a whistle. Yeah, Michaela caught it. She never dribbled and started, took 2 steps towards the basket, so. It'll be a foul and an inbounds play for the Lady Tigers. The foul on Anita Trusson is her first, the 4th team foul on Roswell. 5:24 to go in the 4th on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Alamo up by 8. Jacob gets the inbounds in the left corner. They go right back to Silva, and Faith will dribble it out and go top of the key to Jacob. Back of the rim, no good. Jones grabs the rebound, feeds it back outside to Silva. Silva drives the lane, tried to pass it, had it pushed right back in her face, but gets the possession. And now we'll dribble it back towards midcourt, and Coach Manny Vigil will call a timeout. With 5:06 to go in the 4th. 47-39 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Alamo leads. We'll take a break as well. Don't you go anywhere.
Stop by White Sands Motorsports right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70. Or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com. What makes Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai unique? At Vision Ford, we're all about you, your vision, your style, your needs, and your story. Vision is fully stocked with dozens of the hottest 2018 models, including the Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck for 40 years. With financing options that fit every budget and a sales team dedicated to you, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai continues the Yes We Can tradition. All we need is you. Visit us today at 1500 South White Sands Boulevard or 24/7 online at visionfordlincoln.com.
Lady Tiger basketball with 5:02 to go in the 4th quarter. And it's Calista Jacob top of the key. They lead 47-39. Bounce pass to Silva, right wing 3, too strong. Baca comes away with the rebound. She's double teamed immediately and finds Faust. Faust gives it off to Mercedes Velasco, and she'll dribble off to the left wing. Now right wing gives it off to Martinez. Martinez drives, and she's going to be fouled as she drives the basket. It'll be before the bucket goes in. And 2 free throws, or actually I should say a 1-and-1 coming up here. So 4:42 left. Free throws again here for Roswell. They have gone 0 of 2 at the line in the fourth quarter. Martinez is 2 of 2 in the game. And she makes the first. One more for her, and she makes it a 7-point game, 47-40. Back of the rim glass and in, 47-41. Jacob, Silva, Martin, Jones, and Bickham on the floor for the Lady Tigers. Roswell pressuring in the backcourt. Martin's going to bring it up the far sideline, come all the way to the right wing with it. Comes between the circles to Silva. Silva drives the lane. Was going to pull up with a jump shot. Stops and turns and passes it to Jacob. And then over to the far side to Martin. Jones just in front of the free throw line. Holds it over her head. Silva ball fakes, drives right of the lane. And then we'll turn around and pass it back out to Martin. Here's Silva at the right wing. I don't know if Alamo's draining some time here or just trying to find the right look. Jacob able to drive right of the lane. Faust is going to foul her. She misses the lay-in. That was a good move from Callista Jacob. Get past her defender. And draw the contact. Actually, they called Baca on the foul there. Interesting. And Jacob hits the free throw. Now, Callista, and throughout the season, she hasn't been on the score sheet a ton, but she's a facilitator. She's looking to find open looks for people running that point guard position. And she's definitely done a good job of that tonight. Makes it a 48-41 game. 49-1 as she makes both free throws. Inbounds comes to Mercedes Velasco. With Silva guarding her, Velasco almost lost the handle. Comes across the timeline. Dribbles to the top of the key. Gives it off to Trusson and gets it right back at the left wing. She dribbles. Continues to keep her dribble here, but hands it off to Baca. Baca drives right of the lane. Baca goes up with the free throw, or the layup attempt, and she is going to be they called an offensive foul? Wow. I have no idea how that was an offensive foul. It looked like the Alamo player came down on her on the arms. Good feet on the other end. And Coach Sanchez, I think, lucky that the official is not giving him a technical. And Alamo's going to come away with the loose ball. Bickham with it. Feeds it off Silva. Left wing three. She hits it. And I'll tell you what, the officials let him get away with it. I think it's because, honestly, I feel like the official knows that he did not make a very good call there. So Bickham gets a lay-in, and then Silva hits the three. That was all after the offensive foul that was called. Listen, I thought Baca went up with the lay-in attempt, and I think it was Purcella or it might have been Michaela Jones inside, and I thought they came down on her arm. Honestly, from my perspective, that should have been a foul on Alamogordo. And it went the other direction. I've in my mind, I'd love to have a replay and see what the official thought he saw in that. Whether he thought maybe she pushed off with the elbow. It wasn't somebody setting a screen because it was the player with the basketball that called for the foul. But hey, listen, Alamo took advantage of it and comes away with two quick buckets, and all of a sudden it's a 54-41 game. So the Lady Tigers in front by 13. And it'll be Roswell basketball. I think Coach, honestly, knowing Fernie a little bit, I'm thinking maybe he wanted the technical foul there. He was so upset with the call. There's some coaches that I'm not saying will try, but I just love to know what the explanation was there. Martinez into the fort for Roswell, gets it inside, and then quick lay-in for Mackenzie Tureen, and then a quick timeout called by Roswell. It'll be their fourth timeout, so one remaining with 3:05 remaining in the fourth, and it's a 54-43 lead for the Lady Tigers. All right, this gives some time to take a break because I yacked through the last one, and we'll come right back. Alamo up by 11 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard.
Tularosa Basin Telephone Company is famous for keeping you connected. They promise to deliver fast speeds, provide a reliable network, and do it all with a smile. Their customer service team is on top of every call with the answers you need. In fact, they believe their customers are the most important part of their business. Give Tularosa Basin Telephone Company a call at 585-2700 for the internet experience you've been waiting for.
Alamo gets the inbounds. Michaela Jones gets it up ahead to Justice Martin. Martin at the right wing. And skip past to Faith Silva. Silva pump fakes, then drives, and the pull-up shot is good. And Silva taking over in this fourth quarter. She's got 10 in the fourth and 24 now for the game. And it looks like Almo's going to pull away and win this one here in the fourth quarter. In a game that didn't have very many double-digit advantages. Faith Silva going to call for a kickball here. They'll stay on this end with Roswell. But Alamo showing a little bit more prowess offensively here in this one, and I think getting the benefit of a call or two. But I think, just as in any game, you get a call that goes wrong, goes well for you. You get a call that hurts you. I thought Faith Silva got fouled on one earlier in the game where it was clear as day, but that happens. Baca fires up at 3, top of the key. Bickham grabs the rebound and gives it to Martin with 2.5 minutes remaining on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. 56-43, the Lady Tigers in front. Out near the midcourt line, it's Martin. Martin drives past her defender, goes top of the key here to Jacob. Now it's Silva, and Martin gets an open look for 3. That's no good. Jacob grabs the offensive board, and inside she forces her layup attempt up. That's no good. Now the ball ripped away from her, ends up in Bickham's hands. She throws it up and goes high off the glass and in. Brianna Bickham now with 13. And the Lady Tigers lead is 58-43 with under 2 minutes remaining. Right wing over to the right corner. And now between the circles with it, it's Velasco. Velasco tried to get it to Martinez, and it's knocked away. Quickly up ahead to Jacob, who dribbles to the right wing, and she'll slow it up and let the rest of her teammates catch up with 1:40 remaining. Dribbles her way to the corner. Timeout called by Coach Vigil. Next to last timeout for Alamogordo. And a 30-second timeout with 1:38 remaining in the game. And the Lady Tigers on their way to their 7th win of the season, up 58-43. We'll be back.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
This is Brandon with Desert Sun. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Desert Sun Auto Group consists of 5 dealerships across the great state of New Mexico. This means we have 5 new car departments with over 500 vehicles to choose from and over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles. Majority of these vehicles, when bought from us, are backed with Desert Sun's lifetime powertrain protection. Stop by either Desert Sun Motors or Desert Sun Toyota today and let us help you find your new ride. See our full inventory at DesertSunMotors.com.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. The Lady Tigers with the basketball. Silva inbounds to Martin out top. Justice dribbles top of the key in the lane. And the runner attempt is going to be knocked away, but it's going to be knocked away by a foul. And it'll be Martin going to the line for 2 free throws. And Alamo in control, up 15, 58-43 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. Justice with 5 for the game and her first trip to the charity stripe. It looks like Alamo is going to sub out their starters. The first free throw misses for Martin. And so it'll be Jacob, Silva, Bickham and Jones heading to the bench. Purcella, Cosgray, Heinlein, and Munoz in. And we'll also see Lyric Arce back into the game for the Lady Tigers if Justice Martin makes the second free throw. And she does. So she'll leave the game with 6 points. Faith Silva will leave it with 24. Brianna Bickham will leave with 13. And an impressive effort from this Lady Tiger team, who's now up 16. Minute 30 remaining. Baca top of the key, right wing, and a three on the way is no good. That was missed by Grace Velasco, and Alamogordo grabs the rebound. Across the timeline, Tiona Heinlein gives it off to Lyric Arce. Arce dribbling at the left wing. Getting close to a 5-second call, and she travels. Stopped her dribble, was holding it over her head, and picked up the pivot foot with 1:12 remaining in the fourth. But at this point, just a little bit of garbage time to finish out. We'll see if some of the reserves here for the Lady Tigers can get something going. But, boy, a game that was really close until about the last 2 minutes or 3 minutes or so. That sequence of the offensive foul on Roswell, and then Alamo hit 5 straight, including a 3 from Silva and a 2 from Brianna Bickham. And actually Silva hit another 3 shortly after that, or actually I think it was a 2. And that was pretty much all she wrote here in the game. That was a 7-0 run that pretty much locked it up. Inbounds and an easy lay-in for Martinez. That's 13. Arce is going to carry it. She had the dribble coming up pretty high on her and was almost up at her shoulder, and she brought it down and gets called for the carry. 49.4 seconds left. It's like Roswell subbing in some backups as well. Maria Aragon into the game for the first time. Left corner 3 is good. That's Grace Velasco who knocks it down. And it's an 11-point game, but just not enough time here. 36 seconds left. Here's Alicia Munoz. Munoz able to dribble her way into the front court. Munoz all the way to the basket. Lay-in attempt is no good. Rebound is knocked out of bounds. Last off of Roswell. And almost subs back in their starters. Okay. I think with 11-point lead. Tureen checks out. Faust comes in for Roswell. Silva inbound baseline left. Tried to work it inside to Bickham, but it's knocked away. And Roswell pushing up the floor. Bickham's going to get a hand on it, knock it out of bounds with 23 seconds left. Mercedes Velasco will come in. And the Aragon coming out. I'll sweat a little bit if Roswell can knock down another 3 here. Baca drives all the way to the baseline and throws it away. Jones steals, and it's Martin with it. Martin will bring it across the timeline. Martin bounce pass to Bickham. Bickham will lay it in. With 5 seconds left, Roswell will bring it into the front court. Ball deflected. Comes to Velasco. And that will do it. 61-48. Alamogordo gets the win. They improved to 7-1. And we'll get you some stats coming up next. We've got pregame for the boys as the Tigers face off against the Coyotes. Our Alamogordo basketball doubleheader continues here in ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. We will take a break and come back. You're listening to Tiger Basketball.
When you hear the term Outfitters of Champions, you know it's the Winner's Circle. They can do all your custom silk screen and embroidery on hats, shirts, and jackets. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. The Winner's Circle is the place for quality work at reasonable prices with group and team discounts available. They also customize trophies, personalized plaques, and sporting gear. The Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street, or give them a call at 437-9373.
Everybody else wakes up so rested and cheery, while you wake up with back pain and ready to get back into bed again. They make you sick. It takes 30 minutes just to get your back feeling normal. You work hard to make life great. Why is sleep such an issue? It shouldn't be. Sleepwell can help you find your sleep again. From finding a mattress that supports your back to relieving strain by using a power base, Sleepwell will partner with you. Come see us today. Find the rest you need and lose the back pain. When you sleep well, you live well.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our holiday loan skip-a-payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Stop by White Sands Motorsports right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70 or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com. What makes Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai unique? At Vision Ford, we're all about you, your vision, your style, your needs, and your story. Vision is fully stocked with dozens of the hottest 2018 models, including the Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck for 40 years. With financing options that fit every budget and a sales team dedicated to you, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai continues the Yes We Can tradition. All we need is you. Visit us today at 1500 South White Sands Boulevard or 24/7 online at visionfordlincoln.com.
If you find yourself frustrated because your internet is slow, then you need to call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company. They have the speed, the reliability, and the customer service to turn your frustration into smiles. Now, doesn't that sound like a better plan? Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company at 585-2700 and get connected today.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7 as warm-ups are underway for the Alamogordo boys versus the Roswell boys. Girls game just finished and the Lady Tigers getting the win 61-48 the final. Faith Silva leads the way with 24. Brianna Bickham had 15 points, 6 for Justice Martin, 5 points for Callista Jacob, 4 points for Kylie Purcella, 2 points for Darian Cosgrave, Michaela Jones, and really good second half. Lady Tigers start out on a 9-0 run. I think that's where it started. Roswell chipped back into that deficit. And really, Alamo kind of stalled out midway through the third quarter. But there was that sequence in the fourth quarter where there was an offensive foul called on Roswell, which, listen, from my perspective, I thought a little questionable, but it worked out well for the Lady Tigers. Alamo went down to the other end, got an inside shot to go. Then it was a 3 on the next possession for Faith Silva. And I think it was the next possession after that, Alamo got a mid-range jumper from Silva. And that 7-0 run iced the game for the Lady Tigers. But, you know, game where I don't want to necessarily say Alamo didn't have their best. I thought they played pretty well. I think Roswell played pretty well. That was, to me, a very entertaining game. I thought both teams showed their best through a lot of that game and really, really played well. And the Lady Tigers came out the better. Again, I talked about going into the game. I thought Alamo was the better team. I thought that sort of showed there towards the end. And, you know, Bickham hit some big shots. Faith Silva, of course, you expect her to, you know, she's going to be the leading scorer all year long. She's going to be the one that's, you know, they need her scoring 20 to 25 points a game. Maybe not needs the right word, but when she does, obviously, it makes a big difference for Alamogordo. And, you know, my first chance to get to see this team play, I was really, really impressed. Move the ball well. They make good decisions on a lot of their passes. Sometimes it's a little awkward, you know, the movement around the floor, but I think for the most part they do an exceptionally good job and play some good basketball for Coach Vigil. And I know there were some times it seemed like he was a little frustrated with a little bit of the play, but I thought they had a good game tonight and came away with an impressive road victory. And got to feel good for some of the kids. Hey, you get to get a chance to beat your former coach, and also a team that has beaten them the last 2 years. A couple years ago, it was by a pretty wide margin. Last year, it was closer, and this year, Alamo gets a double-digit win. So, got to feel good for that group, and certainly happy for them, and improved. Most importantly, 7-1 heading into the Los Lunas Holiday Tournament, and I know that they've got big things on their minds for that tournament with some good teams to play up in Los Lunas. We'll have those games for you. But next, coming up, it's Alamogordo boys basketball, coming in at 2-6, trying to get back on a winning track. But we'll, I think, play a Roswell team that's going to be tough for them for a couple of different reasons, and I'll tell you why. But I thought the Silver game was going to be tough on Saturday, and Alamo, you could argue, should have won that game. I thought Alamo was going to have real struggles on the road on Saturday, and I was impressed with the way that they played. So maybe today will be another case where they'll come out and my feelings going into it won't be correct, and we'll get the Tigers coming out here with the victory. But I do think it's going to be a tough challenge against a high-scoring Roswell team. You're listening to Tiger Basketball pregame. Again, your final score on the Richardson Motor scoreboard for the Lady Tigers. They beat Roswell 61-48. We're coming right back.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
This is Brandon with Desert Sun. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Desert Sun Auto Group consists of 5 dealerships across the great state of New Mexico. This means we have 5 new car departments with over 500 vehicles to choose from and over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles. Majority of these vehicles, when bought from us, are backed with Desert Sun's lifetime powertrain protection. Stop by either Desert Sun Motors or Desert Sun Toyota today and let us help you find your new ride. See our full inventory at DesertSunMotors.com.
Every student wants their high school sports apparel, and there's only one place to get it, the Winner's Circle. They carry all the local school letter jackets, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, or Bear. While you're there, get your jacket personalized with embroidery, stitching, and have your letters and patches sewn on too. They also carry trophies, plaques, and awards, and service with a smile. It's all at the Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Everybody else wakes up so rested and cheery, while you wake up with back pain and ready to get back into bed again. They make you sick. It takes 30 minutes just to get your back feeling normal. You work hard to make life great. Why is sleep such an issue? It shouldn't be. Sleep Well can help you find your sleep again. From finding a mattress that supports your back to relieving strain by using a power base, Sleep Well will partner with you. Come see us today. Find the rest you need and lose the back pain. When you sleep well, you live well.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our holiday loan skip-a-payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. What makes Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai unique? At Vision Ford, we're all about you, your vision, your style, your needs, and your story. Vision is fully stocked with dozens of the hottest 2018 models, including the Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck for 40 years. With financing options that fit every budget and a sales team dedicated to you, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai continues the Yes We Can tradition. All we need is you. Visit us today at 1500 South White Sands Boulevard or 24/7 online at visionfordlincoln.com.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Like a rock concert here, man. Coming old man, turn down that music. Anyway, we're in pregame. If you can hear me, I have no idea. I think I do. Let me see. I think. Yeah, you can hear me okay. Anyway, we're getting ready for the boys' game. Alamogordo coming in at 2-6. Roswell, meanwhile, is 6-2 on the season, so mirror records here early on in the year. Roswell, let's talk about them because we haven't talked about them a bunch this year like we have the Tigers. Opened up with 4 straight wins. They beat Centennial. They beat Mayfield. Routed Mayfield by 40. Beat Centennial 70-52. They were up at the Bobby Rodriguez tournament with Alamo. They actually beat St. Mike's. If Alamo had won their first game against Capital, they would have played Roswell, but obviously didn't work out that way. But they beat St. Mike's by 11. Beat Capital by 2. It was a close game that second game. And then lost to Santa Fe 83-69. Beat Franklin 63-59. They lost to Cleveland 197. You know, I haven't seen many of those games. I mean, for Alamo Tiger basketball, I know that used to be a normal thing way back in the day. But unfortunately, the times I've seen teams that score 100, I think I've seen Alamo score 100 once. It was against Deming probably about 10 years ago. But unfortunately, the times that I've seen the other team score 100 against Alamo, it hasn't been in a necessarily good game. So, unfortunately, I don't know what we'll get tonight. I think with the way Alamo runs their offense, I think it'll slow down things. But if the press is on and Alamo doesn't handle it well, if it's kind of similar to what we saw in the Capital game, this could be a tough one for the Tigers against this Roswell team. They beat Espanola Valley, by the way, 94-87 at the final game of that Cleveland tournament. Espanola's 5-5 this year. Not sure how good the Sun Devils are this season, but Tigers, of course, coming in at 2-6. Played Silver very tough on Saturday. I got to think after the game, kicking themselves a little bit, feeling like they could have won that basketball game, but it just didn't work out that way for them. And then on the other side of it, losing to Lovington in the game that they were in going into the third quarter, but could never just draw any closer. Alamo's not a team that plays very well from behind. They just don't have the offense to really make that happen. And this is one of those games that, boy, for Alamo to have a chance, they really can't let Roswell jump out to any type of significant lead early. And when I mean significant, I'm thinking 10, 15 points. I think once it gets beyond that point, I just haven't seen enough from this Tiger basketball team that they can come back from that. In their 2 wins, they led pretty much the entire way in the Los Alamos and the Chaparral game. I have not seen this group be able to come back in a game yet, and that's going to be an immense challenge for them. They just don't have a lot of offense right now. I will continue to say that I believe this team has the potential offensively, but we just haven't quite seen that shown yet. I mean, this is a team that is scoring around 40, 45 points a game. You go up against a Roswell team that is scoring 75 to 80 points a game, and they're going to have to play some really good defense. And the games that Alamo are going to win this year are going to be in the 40s and maybe the low 50s. And if Roswell is able to extend this into the 60s, 70s, or 80s, I would be surprised if Alamo can keep pace. I hope I'm proved wrong, in all fairness. I think, again, when you look across the board for the Tigers and guys like Nate Black and Grayson Kaler, Clavon Spencer, I look at this entire roster and they can all score. And we've seen it all year long. They haven't had one guy that's really led the scoring. It's been different players in different games. It's just they're not getting enough guys into double figures, into that 15 to 20 point range to make a difference for them. It's one guy maybe getting to 10 to 11 points, then everybody else 4 to 6 points or somewhere in there. They've got to have more, and this is one of those nights where they've got to have more, or hope that it's a low-scoring game, and offensively they can give Roswell, or defensively they can give them some problems and be able to kind of run a ball control offense and slow things down a little bit for what Roswell likes to do. But it's very similar to what Hobbs likes to do. They want to run the floor, they want to press you. They want to force you into mistakes, and they want to be able to take advantage of those mistakes and get to the rack and finish. And I think I almost lost to Roswell the last 2 years, but to be fair, Roswell won the state championship in 2017. They've been this is a very good program. You look at the banners that are here, and they've won 4 state titles since 2009. And again, they're a very good team this year. I'm not sure if they're the best in Class 5A, but heck, Cleveland is arguably the best in Class 5A. I think that they're ranked number 1 right now, and they lost a 197 game to them, which sounded incredibly entertaining. So, you're looking at one of the best programs and one of the best teams in the state. Tigers aren't going to give them a whole lot of size. That's not going to be an issue in this game. Roswell, I think the biggest they go is 6'4", so not like what we saw against Goddard or against Lovington or even Chaparral for that matter. The Tigers are going to have to deal with somebody 6'6" or bigger in the post, which is all year long. I think that's going to be a challenge for the Tigers, just not having the size to match up inside for the Tigers this year. But I think the athleticism and the pressure from what Roswell will bring tonight will be, what Alamo has to handle better. And Capital's really the only team that's ran a full court press this season. I think Belen did a little bit of it, but Alamo did okay that night. Against Capital, the Tigers, the coaches seemed pretty happy with the way that they ran against it. The Tigers, the big thing is once they get into the front court, settling down and getting into their offense, or if they get an open lane to the bucket, their ability to be able to finish is going to be a big thing to watch tonight. They can't miss the bunnies this evening. They've got to make those makeable shots all night long if they're going to keep pace tonight. But, we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you are as well, wherever you may be listening to us here on ESPN Alamogordo 103.7 or online on YouTube. We're happy to have you tuned in. Looks like we're just about ready to get into pregame stuff. I don't know if we're doing national anthem, and really didn't even do much of starting lineups for the first game. So we'll take a commercial break, and we'll have tip-off coming up for you next on 103.7.
Stop by White Sands Motorsports right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70 or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com.
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
Now you have a choice when it comes to keeping massive files of your bank statements every month. With an online e-statement, you'll have an accurate, easy-to-read electronic statement you can access anywhere, anytime. Get more control over your cash flow. And no more giant filing cabinets. Our e-statements get an A+. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
This is Brandon with Desert Sun. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Desert Sun Auto Group consists of 5 dealerships across the great state of New Mexico. This means we have 5 new car departments with over 500 vehicles to choose from and over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles. Majority of these vehicles, when bought from us, are backed with Desert Sun's lifetime powertrain protection. Stop by either Desert Sun Motors or Desert Sun Toyota today and let us help you find your new ride. See our full inventory at DesertSunMotors.com.
When you hear the term Outfitters of Champions, you know it's the Winner's Circle. They can do all your custom silk screen and embroidery on hats, shirts, and jackets. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. The Winner's Circle is the place for quality work at reasonable prices with group and team discounts available. They also customize trophies, personalized plaques, and sporting gear. The Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street, or give them a call at 437-9373.
Everybody else wakes up so rested and cheery, while you wake up with back pain and ready to get back into bed again. They make you sick. It takes 30 minutes just to get your back feeling normal. You work hard to make life great. Why is sleep such an issue? It shouldn't be. Sleepwell can help you find your sleep again. From finding a mattress that supports your back to relieving strain by using a power base, Sleepwell will partner with you. Come see us today. Find the rest you need and lose the back pain. When you sleep well, you live well.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. The Roswell starting lineup getting announced. And the Tigers starting lineup already announced. Number 3, Nate Black, 6-foot junior. Number 5, Adrian Herrera, a 5'10 junior. 5'10 sophomore, Harlan Gilbert, wearing number 10. A 6'3 junior is Grayson Kaler, wearing number 21. And 6'1 sophomore, Diego Ortega, wears number 22. Meanwhile, for the Coyotes, Nate Dutchover, the 6'2 senior. Number 22, Christian De La O, is a 5'9 junior. Miguel Barai is a 6'4 junior. Taryn Barola is a 6'1 senior. And I missed one in there. Taman Barola, number 24, is a 6'2 sophomore in this group. Tigers will go left to right in the first half. The Coyotes right to left. And we'll see Kaler take the center circle tip. Tigers are in their road black jerseys with gold numerals and lettering. The Coyotes in their home white jerseys, black numerals with red outlining and red stripes down the side. All right, center circle is controlled by Kaler, back to black, and it'll be Harlan Gilbert bringing in the front court. I think another thing will be the ball pressure, and Alamo had a little too many turnovers with the ball pressure this year. Just man-to-man. Kaler gets left open top of the key, fires a three, no good. And the rebound is pulled in by Taryn Barola. He gets it up the floor, top of the key, and give it off to the left wing to Nate Dutchover. Top of the key, it's Christian De La O. De La O to the corner, Dutchover at the baseline, dribbles into the lane, and sends it over the right corner. Three on the way, and knocking it down is Taman Barola. And here comes the press from Roswell. Double teamed is Gilbert. He ball fakes and then dribbles up into the front court. Good feed to Ortega. Then it's Kaler who catches and lays it up and in. Really good work there by the Tigers to handle the pressure on that after the first made bucket. Ball over in the left corner. Another three on the way. This is no good. Rebound pulled in by Roswell, though. Dutchover gets it and comes it out top. Barai missed on the three-pointer. Over in the right corner with it. Gonzalez now top of the key. Three-pointer from Dutchover, no good. And the Tigers grab the board. It's Kaler giving it off to Gilberts. Gilberts trying to work his way into the front court, and coming over and fouling him is De La O. That'll be his first and the first foul of the game. 6:45 to go first quarter, and the Tigers trail 3-2. Herrera will inbounds and go into the backcourt to Gilbert. Gilbert will bring it across midcourt. The center circle, try to pass, had it deflected. He got it right back to him, then drives the lane, goes up, and gets the lay-in. So Gilbert tried to feed a pass over to the far side, and it was knocked right back in his face, and then he decided to take it all the way to the rack and finished. Tigers lead 4-3, 6:20 to go in the first. Top of the key with it is Barola. Barola guarded by Herrera, and then dribbled off of Herrera's foot, and Adrian pushing up the floor. Good feed to Ortega. Ortega's layup, though, is no good. Got pressured by Barai. And here come the Coyotes the other way, all the way to the basket. Missing on the layup attempt was Dutchover. I think he was looking for a foul. Herrera brings it up the floor. Herrera up the near sideline. And picking up a second quick foul is Christian De La O, as he tried to cut off Herrera at the midcourt line and bumped him. And that'll bring a substitution as Dominic Nava will come into the game for the first time. Tigers still with their starting five, as Herrera will inbound at the near sideline and give it into Gilbert. Gilbert guarded by Dutchover. Man-to-man defense for Roswell. Gives it off to Ortega out between the circles. Ortega double team. And the question is who's open here. Herrera gets it at the right wing. Herrera to the left wing to Gilbert. Gilbert off a screen from Ortega. Has the ball knocked away. Gets it back though. Head toward the basket. Then was trying to turn and pass it back out. Had it knocked away. Nava bring in the front court. Nava looked like he carried it. And at top of the key, a three is on the way. Front of the rim, no good. He's able to sky in and get the rebound as Nava. That was good defense there. The Tigers don't come out to meet Barola. He passes it off, and the three from Nava is good. And Roswell back in front, 6-3. Gilbert gives it off to Herrera. Herrera, good feed to Kaler. Kaler able to track down a loose ball. Good feed to Ortega. Ortega had to pin it at his hip, but was able to bring it up and lay it in. And the Tigers, again, handle the pressure well. Driving quickly the direction, laying it in, though, is Miguel Barai. And the Tigers get the inbounds. They trail 8-6. Kaler in the middle of the floor comes outside to Herrera, brings it across the timeline. Herrera has the ball go out of bounds off of him and turns it over. That's something the Tigers can't have is the turnovers, but also they've got to be quick on transition. They make the bucket. Roswell's already thinking about what they're going to do heading the other direction, and Coach Voigt is going to call a timeout. I think it is Alamo calling a timeout. 30-second timeout, Alamogordo. 4:48 to go in the first on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. It's Roswell 8, Alamogordo 6, and we'll be back.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our holiday loan skip-a-payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Roswell with the ball out of the timeout. Coming to the top of the key and feeding it out to left corner. Nava gets another open look at a 3. This one misses. And Herrera grabs the rebound, gives it off to Gilbert. Gilbert erased it up the near sideline, and he's going to be bumped as Dutchover came across and hip checked him. And that's a 3rd foul on Roswell. Tigers have yet to be whistled for a foul. Adrian Herrera comes out of the game, and Gabriel Marquez will come in for the Tigers. 4:35 to go in the first, and it'll be Nate Black to inbounds. Right at the midcourt line, and he'll give it off to Gilbert. Gilbert, left wing, gives it off to Ortega. Kaler in the left corner. Top of the key to Marquez. Marquez to the free throw line, and then too strong on the pass. Was looking for Ortega in the corner and threw it over his head. 4:21 to go in the first, an 8-6 lead for Roswell. And across the timeline with it is Taman Barola. To the top of the key, he spins at the right elbow, puts up a shot, front rim no good, and the rebound. Kaler had a chance at it, but it's taken away from him by Reese, who just came into the game, Josiah Reese. Top of the key, a little jump stop right of the lane, pull up from Barola is no good, and this time Kaler does secure the rebound as Gilbert comes across midcourt. Gilbert nearly slipped at the midcourt line and is able to keep it. They're trapping in the half court here, and Reese steals it away. Reese races to the basket, has it knocked away out of bounds as Ortega was able to get a hand on it, and Reese loses it out of bounds. It'll be last off the Tigers, and Ortega will head to the bench, and it'll be Cleylon Spencer into the game for the first time for the Tigers. Reese will inbound baseline right corner. Working his way inside is Barai. Barai goes like the shot in the lane, and Kaler thought he had a clean block, but I'm going to say he caught Barai on the arm, and he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Barai with 2 points here early. First foul on the Tigers in the game, and of course the first foul on Kaler, and Barai hits the free throw. It's 9-6. Spencer, Gilbert, Black, and Marquez on the floor for the Tigers. Second free throw here for Barai, and he makes both. 4 points in the first quarter, and the pressure on again here for Roswell. Black gives it off to Gilbert, gives it back to Nate. Ball still in the backcourt. Nate, long pass to Marquez, and then a great touch pass in the air from Marquez to Kaler, and Kaler lays it in. Really good work there from the Tigers. They have to get back on transition. They do well this time. Driving the lane is Taran Barola. Barola tries to fight his way through a couple of defenders, powers up the shot, and they're going to claim that this is before the shot. And so it'll be a foul on Alamogordo and an inbounds pass for Roswell. Reese will inbound baseline left. Gets it into Taman Barola. Taman puts a shoulder into Marquez. Now out to the top of the key. Gives it to Barai. Right wing to Reese. 3 minutes to go first quarter. The Tigers down 10-8. Reese, top of the key, gives it off to Taman Barola. Back of the rim, misses on the on the three-pointer. And the Tigers push the other way. Here is Harlan Gilbert into the lane. tried to feed it off to Marquez, ran over a Roswell player, no foul called either direction, and the loose ball comes to Roswell. Here is Barai, who sends it outside. Three-pointer on the way is no good from Taryn Barola, and the Tigers with the rebound. So Roswell a little cold to shooting early, and the Tigers have matched them very well through the first almost 6 minutes of this game. Top of the key, Kaler pump fakes, gives it off to Marquez. Marquez tries to drive the lane, has his pocket picked by Nava. Nava feeds it up ahead to Reese. Reese drives the basket, lays it in, and Black came over late and really either needed to let Reese go or, I don't know, that was a bad angle. That's one of those that Reese had, I think his athleticism there was able to get by Nate, and Nate picked up his first there, third team foul. So either got to be in there to get to draw a charge, or maybe one of those you let him go and preserve the foul. But Reese will go to the line to make it a three-point play and make it a 5-point lead for Roswell. Back of the rim, no good. The rebound is pulled in by Barai. And left wing three-pointer on the way is good from Taryn Barola. You know, one of the best times to take threes is off of offensive rebounds, and the Coyotes take advantage there. Ball still in the backcourt. Tigers get it across the timeline, probably just in time. It's Spencer giving it to Marquez. Marquez forced the pass to Gilbert, and then a foul, I think, from behind on Taryn Barola. They had him triple teamed in the corner. First on Taryn Barola, and the fourth team foul on Roswell. Marquez, and that was something we saw in the Capital game, was the Tigers going, dribbling into trouble or passing into trouble. And Roswell not only is going to give you the full court press, but they're going to half court trap you as well and double team and give you some difficult looks. Pass is almost behind, or was behind Ortega, almost went out of bounds. And a travel going to be called here on Emilio Minez. I guess Emilio, I thought it was deflected back to him, but I guess he just lost the handle and picked it up again after he had picked up his dribble. And so it is Roswell basketball. Another three from the corner from Taryn Barola, and he's starting to heat up as he knocks down another. And Roswell starting to heat up themselves. 8 straight points. Actually, I believe it's 10 straight. I think we were tied 8-8, and now it is 18-8. A 30-second timeout by Coach Voigt, and we'll take one as well. You're listening to Tiger Basketball. The Tigers down by 10 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard.
Stop by White Sands Motorsports right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70, or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com. ESPN Alamogordo 103.7, 139 to go first quarter on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Tigers down 18-8, and Roswell on a 10-0 run. Gilbert gets the inbounds, goes far side to near side, Emilio Minez. Minez brings it into the front court. Minez double teamed. Tried to get it to Spencer, but the ball knocked away. Then Josiah Reese leaks out the other way, and oof, that probably should have been a foul on Emilio Minez. And here come the Tigers the other way. Good feed from Gilbert, but Ortega can't get the bunny to go. Putback attempt is no good. And the ball being batted around, it's going to be Roswell basketball. Quickly up the floor, it's Nava with it. Nava goes left wing to Barai. Back inside to Barola, back outside Barai. 3 no good, or Herrera grabs the rebound and then has it taken away from him. A put up by Nava is no good. Nava trying to pull the ball at his feet. Feeds it out to the top of the key. He's going to get it right back, and the 3 on the way from Nava is good. And when the Tigers get those rebounds, man, they've got to move quick because the double team is coming to try to steal it away. 21-8, the Tigers trail. 13-0 run here for Roswell. Spencer threw it behind Minez, but he got a hand on it to keep it in bounds and gives it off to Gilbert. Gilbert loses the handle as he tried to dribble his way past Taryn Barola. And it's out of bounds to the Coyotes with 29.4 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Nava will inbounds, give it to
Taman Barola. Taman drives right of the lane, kicks it outside. Right wing Nava, another three. That's no good. Rebound pulled in by Barai. Barai turns and faces. Shot no good. Gets it back. That putback attempt is no good. Out of bounds, and it'll go last off of Minez. And that's something that's really hurting the Tigers as well, is offensive rebounding. Roswell getting second and third chances. Left wing, a three off the inbounds. Barola's shot is no good. Kaler got a hand on it, but it goes out of bounds. And we're going to see Nate Black come back into the game for the Tigers. It will be for Grayson Kaler. Over in the left corner, Taman Barola. Barola gets in the lane. He's going to be bumped. 4.7 seconds left. It'll be the fifth team foul. No free throws here. And Roswell trying to get some points right before the end of the half. Quick inbounds, Barola. Barola pull-up jump shot from the baseline, no good. Minez got his hands on the rebound. Herrera has it, and that'll be the end of one. So it stayed pretty close through, I said, about the first 6 minutes or so. I think it was a 10-8 game. And the the Tigers, meanwhile, unable to keep pace, and Roswell scores the final 13 points of that half. They're up 21-8. We'll take a break, come right back. You're listening to Tiger Basketball.
What makes Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai unique? At Vision Ford, we're all about you. Your vision, your style, your needs, and your story. Vision is fully stocked with dozens of the hottest 2018 models, including the Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck for 40 years. With financing options that fit every budget and a sales team dedicated to you, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai continues the Yes We Can tradition. All we need is you. Visit us today at 1500 South White Sands Boulevard or 24/7 online at visionfordlincoln.com.
Tularosa Basin Telephone Company is famous for keeping you connected. They promise to deliver fast speeds, provide a reliable network, and do it all with a smile. Their customer service team is on top of every call with the answers you need. In fact, they believe their customers are the most important part of their business. Give Tularosa Basin Telephone Company a call at 585-2700 for the internet experience you've been waiting for.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Roswell basketball to begin the second quarter, and they've got a 13-point lead, 21-8. And coming to the front court with it is Taran Barola. Gives it off to Knob at the left wing. Left corner, Taman Barola. And we're going to get an offensive foul called on Nate Dutchover. And I guess felt like it was an illegal screen. Dutchover just kind of standing there, but maybe they said he pushed. He had his arms out, the official did. Gilbert to Minez. Minez comes across the timeline, gives it off to Gilbert as the Tigers break the pressure. Nate at the free throw line. Caught one in the chest and was able to recover and go high off the glass and break that 13-0 run. His first points of the game. Roswell maybe a little bit too fast the other way. They turn it over to the Tigers. Here's Adrian Herrera. Herrera trying to go 1-on-2 to the basket. And probably would have been better to just hold up there, and Herrera's going to get the foul after Reese took it away from him. It'll be the 15th foul on the Tigers, the first on Adrian. And Landon Moser coming into the game for the Tigers, and it'll be for Adrian Herrera. Coming across the timeline to the right wing is Taman Barola. Left wing, this is Dutchover. Dutchover drives the lane, high off the glass, and gets the lay-in. Hey, Dutchover with his first points of the game. Tigers inbound it to Gilbert, middle of the floor to Black, who traveled with it, but feeds it off to Clavon Spencer, and Spencer lays it in. Tigers got away with one there, and they trail now 23-12 at 6:53 to go second quarter. Taman Barola, top of the key, drives the lane, stops, goes up with the shot, and gets it in over Landon Moser. Barola with 5. Minez to Gilbert to Nate. Nate drives the lane, off the glass, couldn't get the lay-in to go. Tigers are doing a pretty good job of breaking that press, and for the most part have gotten the buckets on the other end. Harlan Gilbert steps in and draws the charge. And down to the floor hard was Dutchover. He picked up his third. And Miguel Barai will come into the game for Dutchover. Roswell didn't like the call. It was pretty close to the point of where Harlan slid in underneath him as he was already going up in the air, but it's one of those bang-bang plays, and the Tigers got the better of it there. Black gets it at the middle of the floor, gets the defender to go by. Spencer in the corner, right back to Nate. Lane attempt, no good. And those are the ones the Tigers have got to make in this game if they're going to be able to have a chance. Reese drives into the lane, and now they call a blocking foul on the Tigers on a play that was more of a charge than the last play, I thought. They're going to give him 2 free throws on it, too. He was passing it. And I guess we're looking for a towel to get some of the fluid off the floor after guys went crashing down again. So Reese was the one who was fouled. They call Clavon Spencer for his second. That was one where it looked like Clavon was more set than Harlan was in the previous play. I don't know. It's one of those where the coach yells at you, and the officials are human. But as I said in the last one, those are one of the most difficult calls to make in sports, and got to give the officials a little bit of the benefit of the doubt as Reese makes the free throw. Spencer will check out, and we get Grayson Kaler back into the game. Minez, Moser, Black, and Gilbert on the floor for the Tigers. Alamo repositioning on the lane. And now look like they're where they want to be. 6:12 to go in the second. It's Roswell 26, Alamogordo 12. Reese will get the kind iron, went off the heel and rolled in for him. Inbounds goes to Gilbert. Comes to the near side to Minez, still in the backcourt. Minez double team there, feeds it back to Gilbert. Tigers being patient with it here. And Reese is going to step in and drive to the rack and finish. They were trying to go back and forth, and Reese was kind of laying in wait to steal that away. And it's 29-12. Here's Gilbert pressing up the far side. Gilbert working his way up the sideline, and Reese is going to get called for the foul as he bumped Gilbert out of bounds. And it'll put Harlan Gilbert at the line. It's a 1-and-1. Tigers down by 17 with a little under 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. And Harlan makes the first. First free throws of the night for the Tigers. Both teams are in the bonus. 17 fouls on Roswell, 6 on Alamogordo. So the next foul would put Roswell at the line. Second free throw is up and in. Gilbert with points in the first half. 29-14, the Tigers trail by 15. Taman Barola dribbles all the way to the right wing. Jump stop, goes up. Shot no good. Reese saves the rebound, gets it off to Barai. Now they're working on the perimeter. This is Taran Barola who knocks down the three. It's his third three-pointer, and the Tigers trail 32-14. Gilbert comes to the far side of the near side to Minez. Minez back to Gilbert, middle of the floor to Black. Over to the corner. Kaler pump fakes. Try to drive the lane, but dribbled the ball off his leg and turns it over to Roswell. Taran Barola top of the key. Feeds it off to the left wing. Driving the lane is Nava. He traveled. That was definitely a traveling violation. Minez gets the inbounds. Gilbert back to Emilio. Ball still in the backcourt. Gives it back to Gilbert. Gilbert ball fakes. And tried to get it to Minez to the near side, and it's going to be out of bounds as Emilio tried to save it. Just too far in front of him. Tigers are getting pretty close to 10 seconds there anyway. 4:58 to go in the second, and the Tigers down by 18. Taman Barola comes to the top of the key. Hands it off to Reese, goes over to the corner. Barai back to Taman Barola. Now it's Nava right corner. Nava drives baseline. Bounce pass to the other corner. Now Taran Barola. Barola drives the lane, kicks it out Nava, and they work it around. Top of the key, Taman Barola. That's no good. Kaler grabs the rebound and gives it off to Gilbert. Gilbert comes up the far sideline, comes across to the middle of the floor. Now to Nate Black at the left wing. Nate harassed there, gives it back to Gilbert near midcourt, top of the key. Harlan drives, gives it off to Nate inside. Nate goes up with the lay-in and finishes. Nate Black with 4 points as well here in the quarter, and the Tigers down 32-16. Reese gets it the near sideline, comes across timeline, top of the key, drives the lane, goes out to the corner. Three is good, and a 4-point play possible as Taryn Barola knocks down fourth three-pointer of the first half and can push this lead back out to 20. It's 35-16 after the made three. Gabriel Marquez comes in. Nate Black picked up his second foul, and he'll check out of the game. And he was just trying to get over there late to at least show on Barola, but the team speed and the movement of the basketball for the Coyotes, so impressive. Talon Sanders is in the game for the first time, and then the rebound kicks out to the corner where Reese gets it, and it's another possession here for Roswell. Taryn Barola comes to his Rhett Stokes. Now it's Josiah Reese, the free throw line. Barola again fires three, and he hits another. 5 3-pointers here in the first half, and it's 38-16. Inbounds goes to Gilbert. Gilbert works his way up the far sideline, able to dribble his way through. Over in the right corner with it, it's Kaler. Kaler drives the lane. It was a good-looking attempt, and the rebound tipped out of bounds after he missed, and it will go to Roswell, or rather go to Alamogordo. So baseline right to inbound for Gilbert. And we'll see Taman Barola come back in the game for the Coyotes, and it'll be Barai heading to the bench. 38-16, Roswell up by 22 here in the first half as Gilbert to Ortega. Moser dribbles once, feeds it outside to Minez. Minez left elbow jump shot is good. Emilio Minez gets on the board, and the Tigers trail 38-18. Cross midcourt, Taman Barola to the top of the key. Barola trying to work his way past Minez, goes out to the corner. A ball fake and a drive. Now they continue to work it around. Taryn Barola nearly lost the handle, tracks it down, gives it off to Taman. Taman drives right of the lane, good jump stop. The layup attempt no good, but the rebound tipped out of bounds last off of Landon Moser. And we'll see Grayson Guetta check into the game for the first time, and I think it'll be for Landon. Inbounds to Taryn Barola. This time he actually missed the three, but the rebound grabbed by Roswell. And the offensive rebounding just killing the Tigers here. Cannot give Roswell all these second chances. Free throw line jump shot, Taman Barola. That's no good. Rebound is nearly out of bounds, but saved by Emilio Minez. Gives it to Gilbert, and Gilbert will bring it up the floor to the timeline where he's double teamed, needing some help here. And we're going to get a foul called on Roswell. And that's going to put Gilbert at the line. So Harlan goes to the line. I was kind of watching the official and Roswell's coach, Coach Barola, talking that over. He's been pretty vocal the entire game, and Gilbert missed everything on the free throw. And so that'll be over to Roswell on a 1-and-1. Very unlike Harlan, one of the best free throw shooters on this team. Tigers down by 20, 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Taman Barola working on Minez, driving all the way to the baseline. Skip past the near side to Taryn. Taryn Barola works into the lane. Has the ball taken away by Emilio Minez. Minez racing up the near sideline. Minez, good feed to Ortega. Ortega puts down the dribble and almost had it stolen away, but gets the lay-in, and Ortega with 4. Roswell quickly the direction with it. Taman Barola goes top of the key. They work it around left wing, and Harlan Gilbert comes in and steals it away from Talon Sanders. Here's Gilbert racing the other direction way. Gilbert gets the lay-in, and Harlan Gilbert now with 6 points. Well, nice little burst here from the Tigers, and it's 38-22 with 1:53 to go in the second. Pass to the baseline, Taman Barola, top of the key, passes it off, and Taryn hits another three-pointer. He's got 6. He's got 18, all of them coming from beyond the arc. Tigers able to get it in the front court quickly here. Marquez drives the lane, gets it to Ortega. Ortega has his shot blocked. Taman Barola comes up the floor. Ortega tries to steal it back away from him, but Barola able to protect the ball and then feed it underneath on the reverse layup. It's up and in by Talon Sanders. And Roswell pushes that lead back over 20 again. And again, the Tigers try to go length of the court. That's what they want you to do, is to trust those long passes, and this one goes out of bounds as Taman Barola gets a hand on it. It'll stay with the Tigers with 1:18 to go in the second. It is Guerra, Minez, Gilbert, Marquez, and Ortega on the floor for the Tigers. And another thing for Alamo, this is kind of the first game they've really played at this kind of pace, and there's a little bit of heavy breathing out there. How they can handle this throughout the game, I think, is going to be something to watch. 1:14 remaining between the circles. With it, it's Gilbert, right wing to Ortega. Ortega, a couple of jab steps, but passes it to Minez, never dribbled with it. Here's Marquez, puts up a 3. It's no good. Got an open look at it. Rebound being knocked around. Roswell tracks it down in the corner with Christian De La O. Quickly up ahead to Reese. Reese drives right past the Tiger player that was trying to draw a charge, but probably a little bit too early for that, as Reese just maneuvered his way around him and got the lay-in. 45-22. Gilbert comes to the far side of the near side to Minez. Then back to Gilbert. Gilbert will get in the front court pretty easily. Gilbert, the left wing, gets double teamed. Retreats all the way to the midcourt line. And now stolen away from him. And they're going to call a foul on Gilbert, which is going to lead to free throws the other direction for Reese. And so it'll be free throws, I think, for Reese. I'm not sure he knows who was fouled. I'm pretty sure it was Josiah. The other official stepping in, and they're making the right call here. It was Reese. He was the one who had the basketball. And so he'll go to the free throw line. Reese misses. The rebound is controlled by Roswell to the basket. Layup attempt is no good from De La O, but he'll go to the line for 2 free throws this time with 30 seconds left. That may be the biggest stat out of anything in this game, is the Tigers just getting beat up on the offensive glass tonight. And De La O will go to the line for the first time. He got in some foul trouble early in the game, back out there. And he will make the first. 46-22. And both free throws in. 47-22. Inbounds goes to Gilbert, to Minez. Then back to Harlan. Harlan pushing up the far sideline. Gets it into the front court. Harlan comes to the near side, gets it to Minez. Minez right wing, and we're going to get a foul called on Roswell. And Minez going to the line for a 1-and-1. They call the foul on De La O, so he picked up a third foul. I could kind of argue that Emilio probably should have been called for the foul there. He sort of extended his arm and pushed off some distance, but I guess before that they must have felt the body. Misses on the free throw, which has been one of the strong suits for the Tigers this year. And Roswell with the rebound with 12 seconds left. Reese with the basketball top of the key. Nava, right wing, works it around the corner to Barola. And they continue to work it on the perimeter. Nobody inside for Roswell. Reese off a screen, top of the key three, no good. And that will do it for the half. And it is all Roswell. 47-22 as we go to the locker room. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on ESPN Alamogordo.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
This is Brandon with Desert Sun. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Desert Sun Auto Group consists of 5 dealerships across the great state of New Mexico. This means we have 5 new car departments with over 500 vehicles to choose from and over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles. Majority of these vehicles, when bought from us, are backed with Desert Sun's lifetime powertrain protection. Stop by either Desert Sun Motors or Desert Sun Toyota today and let us help you find your new ride. See our full inventory at DesertSunMotors.com.
Every student wants their high school sports apparel, and there's only one place to get it, the Winner's Circle. They carry all the local school letter jackets, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, or Bear. While you're there, get your jacket personalized with embroidery, stitching, and have your letters and patches sewn on too. They also carry trophies, plaques, and awards, and service with a smile. It's all at the Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Everybody else wakes up so rested and cheery, while you wake up with back pain and ready to get back into bed again. They make you sick. It takes 30 minutes just to get your back feeling normal. You work hard to make life great. Why is sleep such an issue? It shouldn't be. Sleep Well can help you find your sleep again. From finding a mattress that supports your back to relieving strain by using a power base, Sleep Well will partner with you. Come see us today. Find the rest you need and lose the back pain. When you sleep well, you live well.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our holiday loan skip-a-payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Stop by White Sands Motorsports right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70 or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome back. The Tigers trailing 47-22 at halftime. And, you know, it's kind of both teams doing their own turn. Tigers offensively about what they've been all season. And Roswell about what they've been all season. They've been, you know, scoring 80, 90 points a game, and they're on pace to get near 100 in this one. And a lot of different things. You know, the Tigers throughout the first 6 minutes of the game played them tight, and probably got a little bit of help that Roswell wasn't shooting the ball as well as they're probably used to. But for the most part, the Tigers broke the pressure well, didn't turn the ball over a lot, and then Roswell, I mean, in the last two and a half minutes of the second quarter, or the first quarter, I should say, ripped off 13 in a row, and that was. You know, that's the tough part for the Tigers. They just are not really built right now to play from behind, and they don't go on long scoring streaks where they score 6, 8, 10 points in a row. And when you get behind like that, those are the kind of things that you need to have happen. And, you know, that's the tough part for this Alamo team this season and this year. So that'll definitely be, you know, that's going to be the challenge in the second half is the Tigers being able to make any inroads. But Harlan Gilbert, a good first half. He had 6. And then, again, everything spread out really well. 4 points for Nate Black, 4 points for Grayson Kaler, 4 points for Diego Ortega, a pair for Clavon Spencer and Emilio Minez. So, you know, not one guy really leading the scoring for the Tigers, but just not scoring enough. And, you know, it also hurts when Taryn Barola goes out there and hits 6 threes in the first half. That's part of the difference there. Tigers rebounding are just getting beat up, which has been another struggle for the Tigers this year is on the offensive glass. A number of teams. And you've got a case here with Roswell and a lot of it that you've got, you know, three-pointers and, you know, stuff going off in different directions and maybe not being in the right position there. But, you know, inside it's been a real issue for the Tigers just being able to, on missed free throws or layup attempts and just getting beat to the ball a little bit. So, you know, one positive, I think for the most part, the Tigers have handled the press pretty well. Probably 2 or 3 layups that they're going to feel like, gosh, we should have had those, but I don't think it's going to make the difference in the game here. The Tigers are probably a little bit closer if they make some of those bunnies in the first half, but it's still at least a 10 to 15 point lead for Roswell. Coyotes just have more offensive threats than the Tigers can deal with, in all fairness. But see what they can do in the second half. These are the teams you got to play to get better and face these experiences. And for a young team like the Tigers, I mean, it's just a little bit of having to get beat up a little bit in some of these games, unfortunately. But this team seems to come out and play hard every single time. But big in the second half, they can just get some positivity, maybe get a couple buckets in a row, 4-0, 6-0 run to start the second half, and we'll see what happens. But they definitely need that. They can't have Roswell come out and knock down a couple threes, and that'll probably ice the game early in the third quarter. We'll take a commercial break and come back. It's 47-22 Roswell on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. This is Tiger basketball.
Lincoln Hyundai, unique. At Vision Ford, we're all about you. Your vision, your style, your needs, and your story. Vision is fully stocked with dozens of the hottest 2018 models, including the Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck for 40 years. With financing options that fit every budget and a sales team dedicated to you, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai continues the Yes We Can tradition. All we need is you. Visit us today at 1500 South White Sands Boulevard or 24/7 online at visionfordlincoln.com.
If you find yourself frustrated because your internet is slow, then you need to call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company. They have the speed, the reliability, and the customer service to turn your frustration into smiles. Now, doesn't that sound like a better plan? Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company at 585-2700 and get connected today.
Sometimes you just need a loan. Your daughter Debbie is getting married. Your son Toby needs a new tuba. Let's face it, families cost money. Things come up that you had no way of predicting. We make personal loans for occasions like this to people who have good credit. So next time you find yourself connected to the unexpected, stop in and see us about a personal loan, subject to credit approval.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
This is Brandon with Desert Sun. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Desert Sun Auto Group consists of 5 dealerships across the great state of New Mexico. This means we have 5 new car departments with over 500 vehicles to choose from and over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles. Majority of these vehicles, when bought from us, are backed with Desert Sun's lifetime powertrain protection. Stop by either Desert Sun Motors or Desert Sun Toyota today and let us help you find your new ride. See our full inventory at DesertSunMotors.com.
When you hear the term Outfitters of Champions, you know it's the Winner's Circle. They can do all your custom silk screen and embroidery on hats, shirts, and jackets. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. The Winner's Circle is the place for quality work at reasonable prices with group and team discounts available. They also customize trophies, personalized plaques, and sporting gear. The Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street, or give them a call at 437-9373.
Everybody else wakes up so rested and cheery, while you wake up with back pain and ready to get back into bed again. They make you sick. It takes 30 minutes just to get your back feeling normal. You work hard to make life great. Why is sleep such an issue? It shouldn't be. Sleepwell can help you find your sleep again. From finding a mattress that supports your back to relieving strain by using a power base, Sleepwell will partner with you. Come see us today. Find the rest you need and lose the back pain. When you sleep well, you live well.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7, 47-22, I'm sorry, the score on the Richardson Motors scoreboard with Roswell in front of Alamogordo. If you didn't with us earlier, the Alamogordo girls improved to 7-1 with a 61-48 win over the Lady Coyotes. Faith Silva, 24 points to lead the way for the Lady Tigers. Alamo back out with their starting 5, Adrian Herrera, Nate Black, Grayson Kaler. Also, Harlan Gilbert and Diego Ortega. Tigers will go right to left. They'll have the basketball to begin. Roswell left to right in the second half of play. Gilbert has the inbounds and goes over to the far side. Herrera, he's double teamed right away and having trouble finding somebody. Gets it to Kaler, but then Kaler throws it behind Ortega. And the Tigers turn it over right away. They looked like they had gotten out of the trouble, and he was trying to find Ortega cutting towards the basket, and he threw it behind Diego. Quickly in the front court with it comes Taman Barola. Barola, who got away from the travel there. It wasn't a jump stop, took one step, two step, but goes up with the left elbow jump shot and finishes. He's got 7. Taman Barola with 7, and Taryn Barola with 18, all of them from three-point range. Good break of the press by the Tigers. Kaler feeds it to Ortega, who lays it in. And Diego's got 6. He leads the way with Harlan Gilberts, each with 6. Here's Nava. Ball fakes, drives, and is fouled as he gets into the lane. I think they'll catch Harlan Gilbert. Well, who was the foul on? Oh, leg 5, I'm sorry. They called it on Herrera. Ball at the right wing. It's Barai, top of the key. Ortega on him. Able to dribble past him and get in the lane. Shot no good, and good strong rebound there by Grayson Kaler. Then Herrera, who gets harassed by Taman Barola, coming up Flores to pass it off to Gilbert. Then back over to Herrera. Herrera, long skip pass to Black, who pump fakes and tried to feed it to Ortega on the opposite side of the lane. Knocked out of bounds by Barai, and it'll be Tiger basketball with 6:58 to go in the third. Tigers down by 25. And just a reminder, if Roswell gets up by 35 at any point, we'll have a running clock. Inbounds goes to Ortega in the right corner, gives it off to Nate Black. Top of the key to Harlan. And he has it between the circles. He'll dribble there. Reese on him. Right wing looked for Ortega, and it went through Diego's hands and out of bounds. So Diego will check out. Clavon Spencer comes in. .640 remaining, third quarter. Taryn Barola feeds inside and gets it to Miguel Barai, who had to force it up over Grayson Kaler, but got the lay-in to fall. Here's Ortega, Gilbert trying to feed his way through a couple of defenders. And now Clavon Spencer drives the basket and lays it in. Clavon's got 4, and the Tigers trail 51-26. Right wing, Reese tries to drive, feeds it out top of the key. Nava ball fakes and then goes to the baseline to Taryn Barola, working around the perimeter. Taman, ball fake, and then a pass to Nava. Nava misses on the 3. Herrera grabs the rebound. Roswell's getting some good open looks. That time it doesn't fall. Herrera gets it off to Nate Black. He gets an open look at 3. Left wing, that rolls off. And now a battle for the rebound underneath, and we're going to get a tie-up, and the possession arrow will keep it with Roswell. With 5:55 to go in the third. Tigers still down by 25 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. And the inbounds coming to Taman Barola. Barola comes across midcourt to the elbow. Pull-up jump shot is going to miss. Nava gets the loose ball and then tried to pass it outside. It's stolen away by Black. Black is going to have the ball punched away from him, but in the process fouled by Taman Barola. Barola, the coach on the sideline, thought that one of his players got hit on the hand on a shot. Here's Gilbert at the left wing, gives it to Black and then back to Harlan. He dribbles between the circles and directs traffic. Left wing gives it off to Spencer. Now it's Black top of the key. Black fires up the 3 and off the heel it just rolled off. Spencer grabs the rebound and powers up with it. Clavon with 6, and the Tigers getting some offensive boards. Ball at the left corner, Nava. They go back and forth. Nava eventually has it, and he knocks down the 3. Nate was kind of in no man's land as he had to try to guard 2 players there. And the quick passing from the Coyotes, very impressive. Herrera, good pass, and gives it to Spencer. Spencer's going to be fouled by Taman Barola. Barola, I think, thought he got the clean block, but like if anything, he came across with the body. Tell you what, the Roswell coaches, it seems like every single call that calls against his team, he's yelling at the officials. Hasn't been too aggressive, but and Clavon knocks in the free throw. Well, the Tigers have come out here in the second half and have played pretty solid. They've matched the Coyotes up to this point and could actually pull ahead a little bit. 8-7 in the quarter. Clavon makes the free throw. Would have been a lane violation on Roswell if he hadn't, but makes the free throw, so no issue there. Nava comes into the front court. Gilbert meets him. Nava is going to be fouled by Harlan Gilbert. And Harlan kept his position pretty well there, but he gets the blocking call. And the second foul on Harlan. Right wing, quick three off the inbounds is no good, and Gilbert grabs the rebound and off to the races. Harlan all the way to the other end, misses on the layup, just moving a little bit too fast, and here come the Coyotes the other way. Nava hesitates, pull-up jump shot, no good. Rebound pulled inside by Barai, and the putback is good by Miguel Barai. He's got 8, and the Tigers trail 56-30. Herrera over the far side, trying to get away from a couple of defenders. Here's Gilbert. Gilbert, nice behind the back dribble, and then runs over a Roswell player at midcourt, and then a quick the other direction. It'll be a lay-in for Barola. His first points not from beyond the arc. He's got 20. And the Tigers trail 58-30. 4:19 to go, third quarter. You're listening to Tiger Basketball on ESPN Alamogordo.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our holiday loan skip-a-payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU, 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Stop by White Sands Motorsports right here in Alamogordo for all your power sport needs. White Sands Motorsports carries Honda, Yamaha, and Roxor. New to the store, Can-Am and Textron side-by-side vehicles. As always, they handle parts and services for all makes and models. For the best power sport deals on 2 or 4 wheels, White Sands Motorsports has got you covered. Open Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 9:30 to 5. 21070 Highway 70 or visit motorsportsofnewmexico.com.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Tigers deficit is extended out to 28-25 at halftime. The Tigers have matched pretty well. Just a couple of turnovers in the last couple of possessions that have hurt the Tigers. Inbounds goes to Herrera. Gives it right back to Black, and Black has it taken away. Quickly driving the other way is Reese. He misses on the lay-in. Rebound tipped out to Nate Black. And Black trying to work his way up the floor, and not sure who he's intending to pass it to, but it went right into the hands of a Roswell player. And then the other way, Roswell's going to lose the ball out of bounds. It'll be off a Tiger last. And we see Adrian Herrera come back out of the game. It's Kaler, Spencer, Minez, Black, and Gilbert on the floor. Inbounds comes to Knob at the right wing. He fakes and drives, gets the elbow, hands it off. Taman Barola to Taran Barola. Taran Barola top of the key, loses his dribble, gives it off to Taman. Taman jump stop right of the lane, and he powers up and finishes. 9 for Taman Barola. It's a 30-point lead for the Coyotes. Minus the ball over the far side. Gives it off to Harlan Gilbert. Gilbert gives it to Kaler. Kaler looks for a pass, but decides to send it back towards Minus. Gilbert gives it off to Spencer. Minus top of the key. Fakes left, tries to drive his way into the lane, loses the ball out of bounds as he ran into Taman Barola. And it'll be Roswell basketball. 3:24 remaining in the third. A couple of subs for Roswell as they bring Christian De La O back in. Same with Nate Dutchover. Reese and Miguel Barai will head to the bench for the Coyotes. Inbounds goes to Taman Barola. Top of the key. Driving the lane is De La O. Goes outside. Black almost stole it away. Taran Barola grabs it, feeds it off to Taman. Taman in the lane. Gives it to Dutchover. Dutchover gets his shot blocked by Kaler. And the Tigers race the other way. Spencer in the right corner. Comes to Black, the left wing. Nate will fire up a 3, and he hits it. So Nate Black with a triple. He's got 7 for the game. And the Tigers trail 60-33. Taman Barola, another jump stop in the lane. And here's the thing with the jumps. Most of the time, Barola does a real good job of coming down with 2 feet at the same time. That case there, it's 1-2, and should be a travel in that spot. Spencer gets the free throw line, gives it off to Gilbert. Gilbert pump fakes on the 3. Now between the circles with it, it's Gilbert. Bounce pass to Kaler, and Kaler has the ball knocked away from him. The feed out into the front court is off of Dutchover, then last off of Kaler. And it'll be Diego Ortega coming into the game, and it'll be for Kaler. Inbounds to Taman Barola, left open in the right corner, misses on the three. Gilbert grabs the rebound. Gilbert immediately double teams. Coming to the near side, gives it off to Minez. Ball tipped on a pass to Gilbert, and then sliding in there and fouling Gilbert was Taran Barola. That'll be his second, and the third team foul on Roswell. 2:09 to go in the Richardson Motors in the third. Tigers down 62-33. Gilbert gets the inbounds, gets it over the far side to Minez. Then back to Harlan. Harlan gets it up ahead to Spencer. And Nate, top of the key, steps into a wide open three, misses. And Taran Barola with the rebound. Taman coming up the near side for the Coyotes. Cross-court pass to Nava. Pulled up free throw line jump shot is good. Dominic Nava knocks it down. He's got 11. And the lead swells to 31 for Roswell. Gilbert gets the ball from Minez. Back over to Minez. Minez tried to fit it into a window, got it deflected away. And now here's Taran Barola left open for three, and he hits another. 7 3-pointers for him. He's got 23. And the Tigers down by 34. Ortega catches and then dribbles and then loses the handle. Now on the floor, he's going to go out of bounds as he tried to save it. And it'll go back over to Roswell. Landon Moser and Gabriel Marquez come in. Maya Black will come out. Inbounds from De La O to Taman Barola. Dribbles to the right wing. Goes to the free throw line. Hands it off to De La O at the elbow. Taran Barola gets another open look at three. This one misses badly. The rebound is eventually pulled in by Ortega. And quickly up ahead to Marquez. Marquez drives in the lane. Little spin move off the glass. Couldn't finish. And rebound grab by Nava. Nava, cross-court pass to Dutchover. Dutchover is going to be fouled by Spencer. And an inbounds play, or are they going to say 2 free throws here for Dutchover? Looks like 2 free throws. Third team foul on the Tigers, and I think that's the third on Cleavon Spencer. It is. 53 seconds remaining in the third. And Roswell's pushed their lead now out to 35 as the free throw is good. Dutchover with 3 points now. Misses on the second free throw, and Ortega grabs the rebound and gives it off to Gilbert. 48 seconds left. Gilbert gives it off to Moser. Moser back to Gilbert. Up ahead to Spencer at the left corner. Spencer looks to drive baseline. Gives it to Marquez. Good feed to Ortega. Ortega gets the lay-in. Good ball movement from the Tigers. 30 seconds left. 68-35 now. Pass goes out to the corner, then to the left wing. De La O fires a three. That's no good. Rebound tipped out to De La O. Tried to go back inside to Taran Barola, but pass too high, and the Tigers will get it back with 20 seconds remaining here in the third quarter and down 68-35 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. Marquez gets the inbounds to Moser. Moser keeping his dribble, still in the backcourt. There's somebody to get it to, gives it off to Gilbert. Gilbert up ahead to Marquez. Left corner to Spencer, who fires up a three, just spins out for him. Rebound to Marquez. Marquez high off the glass. That shot no good. Taran Barola quickly up ahead to Dutchover. Dutchover steps into a running three from about 30 feet out, is no good. And the third quarter is over. Roswell 68, Alamogordo 35 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. And we'll be back after these messages.
What makes Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai unique? At Vision Ford, we're all about you, your vision, your style, your needs, and your story. Vision is fully stocked with dozens of the hottest 2018 models, including the Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling truck for 40 years. With financing options that fit every budget and a sales team dedicated to you, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai continues the Yes We Can tradition. All we need is you. Visit us today at 1500 South White Sands Boulevard or 24/7 online at visionfordlincoln.com.
Slow internet again? signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service, it's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7, start of the fourth quarter, as Alamogordo trails 68-35 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Tigers have the basketball. Gilbert double-teamed, gives it off to Herrera. Tries to go out to the corner to Ortega, and he'll lose the handle, but I guess it deflected off of a Roswell player. Inbounds goes to Herrera, gets into the lane, and tries to dribble his way out. Now ball being batted around. And here comes Roswell the other way. Passing it back and forth on the perimeter. De La O gives it to Dutchover. Dutchover tries to drive on Kaler, passes it out. Dutchover getting it back at the baseline, but he steps on the baseline. And back over to the Tigers. Inbounds goes to Herrera. Herrera ball fakes and then works his way all the way to the front court, and then has it taken away from behind by Taman Barola, and Barola lays it up and in. Now just lost track of a player coming from behind him. That was an easy steal and bucket there from Taman Barola, who's got 13 now. Tigers working into the front court and then trying to fit it into a tight window, have it stolen away. Dutchover, passing it back and forth with Taran Barola. Nate Black going to get a hand on it, knock it out of bounds. And it'll stay on this one with Roswell. Running clock now with 6:44 to go in the fourth quarter. It's a 35-point lead for the Coyotes. Far sideline to inbound. Taran Barola gives it off to Taman. Top of the key, he dribbles. Now left of the lane. Has his shot blocked out of bounds by Kaler. He's got a couple of blocks tonight. And an inbounds baseline left of the basket for Roswell. Inbounds goes to Nava in the left corner. A couple of ball fakes. Jump stop in the lane. Goes over to the right wing. Taman Barola catches and shoots. And knocks down his first or second three of the game. He's got 16. Tigers down 73-35. Gilbert in the backcourt. Goes over the far side to Minez, then back to Gilbert near the midcourt line. Top of the key, driving left of the lane, and a bump and a foul on Roswell. Inbounds play coming up for the Tigers. And I was just about to wonder, I mean, we're closing in on the 5-minute mark of the fourth quarter, and Roswell still has all their starters in. And now we're seeing some of the backups come into the game. Josiah Reese, Alonzo Acosta gets in for the first time. Coming back in is Rhett Stokes. And for the first time, we see Hector Tureen, number 34. So Ortega has the ball stolen away by Taman Barola. And Taman will bring in the front court. He's the only starter that remains. Gets it over to the left corner. Now they feed it off to the left wing. Tureen drives. Then back over to the corner. Gives it to Stokes. And they work it on the outside here. And a situation where you'd want to get other guys a chance here. A layup attempt by Taman Barola is no good. Reese tries to put back, and he loses over to the far side as it's grabbed by Emilio Minez. 4:50 to go. Minez will give it off to Gilbert. Left wing, it's Ortega. Ortega, a couple of ball fakes, tries to drive, and he'll be fouled. It'll be another inbounds play coming up for the Tigers. Clavon Spencer coming into the game, and it'll be for Diego Ortega. Spencer, Gilbert, Black, Kaler, and Minez on the floor. And Gilbert's inbound baseline left. Bounce pass into Spencer. Spencer trying to work his way in. Gets it to Black at the right wing. Black drives the lane, kicks it out. Minez will fire a three. That's no good. Rebound grab by Taman Barola. And he'll bring it to the front court for the Coyotes. To the top of the key. Goes right of the lane. Loses the handle. Out of bounds. And it'll be last off of the Coyotes. And a sub coming up for Roswell. And I think that's going to be in for Taman Burrell. It is. As we see Dayton Gonzalez for the first time. So Roswell now with their one of their backups. Josiah Reese played a lot tonight, but most of these guys didn't see a ton of time. Here's Nate Black into the front court. Black feeds it out to Spencer. Spencer gives it off to Gilbert. Steps into a top-of-the-key three. That's no good. Yeah, those are the shots Tigers definitely need to make tonight. Some of those open looks. And in the second half, it's been missing a little bit more. Josiah Reese drives and finishes. Reese now with 10. And it's a 40-point lead for the Coyotes, 75-35. 3:20 remaining. Gilbert gives it off to Kaler. Kaler into the lane. Kaler goes to the layup, but he'll be fouled before the shot. Layup was good, but it'll be an inbounds play for the Tigers. Baseline left as they call Reese on the foul. And the 16 foul. Inbounds to Kaler. Kaler gets good positioning. Layup is no good, but he will go to the line. So Grayson will go to the line. 4 points for Grayson, all that coming in the first quarter, and his first trip to the free throw line. And he'll miss on the first. Hasn't been a particularly strong night at the free throw line for the Tigers this evening. They haven't really had many opportunities. And the second free throw goes in. 75-36, Kaler with 5, and across the timeline, top of the key, this is Gonzalez. Now they feed it to the right wing. 3 on the way is no good from Juan Ibarra, but the rebound grabbed by the Coyotes. Ibarra goes over to the right corner. This is Stokes. Stokes, right of the lane, fires up the shot, count it. And Rhett Stokes with a chance at a 3-point play. And the free throw is good. 78-36 now. 2 minutes remaining. Minas will bring it to the front court for the Tigers. Roswell's backed off the press, or at least in the full court. Just playing man-to-man defense in the half court. Here's Spencer, top of the key. Good feed to Gabriel Marquez as he cut towards the basket, and Gabe gets his first points of the game with the lay-in. Minute 45 remaining. Tigers down by 40. Left of the lane, pull up, and a stop for Gonzalez. He'll pass it back outside into the lane and kicking it out to the corner. 3 on the way, and that is good from Dayton Gonzalez. 81-38 with a minute 30 remaining in the fourth as Gilbert comes across midcourt for the Tigers. Bounce past the top of the key to Kaler. They give it off to Marquez. Marquez right of the lane. Goes high off the glass and finishes. Good looking drive to the basket by Marquez. And Coach Boyd will call a 30-second timeout with a minute 15 remaining in the game. Tigers down 81-40. We'll fit in a quick break and come right back.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business.
First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Roswell with the basketball, and just a minute left in the game. Tigers bringing Landon Moser, Grayson Guerra into the game. 3 at the top of the key is no good. And we also see Jeremiah Vigil out there. Grayson Kaler on the floor. Quickly up ahead to Moser. Moser is going to pick up the charge. And it'll be Roswell basketball up 81-40. Roswell quickly inbounding, trying to get a couple of possessions here for some of their reserves. And the Tigers looking to do the same here in this spot. Top of the key. And handing the ball off. Continuing to work it around on the perimeter. Freddie Anaya. Now over to Gonzalez. Ball over to the left corner. 3 on the way, and it is good from Hector Tarin. 84-40 with 20 seconds left. Vigil. Bounce pass off to Kaler. Gives it off to Marquez, top of the key. 13 seconds left. Moser nearly left it behind after the pass. He's double teamed and able to steal it back after it was stolen away from him. And we're going to get a hustle, or rather a scramble for the ball. And the possession arrow will go to Roswell with 4.8 seconds left, and that'll be about all she wrote. Roswell should be able to dribble this one out. 2 seconds. And that'll do it. 84-40. All Roswell tonight as they beat the Tigers on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. We'll come back and wrap it up. You're listening to Tiger Basketball.
Desert Sun. I'm not sure if you all know this, but Desert Sun Auto Group consists of 5 dealerships across the great state of New Mexico. This means we have 5 new car departments with over 500 vehicles to choose from and over 200 quality pre-owned vehicles. Majority of these vehicles, when bought from us, are backed with Desert Sun's lifetime powertrain protection. Stop by either Desert Sun Motors or Desert Sun Toyota today and let us help you find your new ride. See our full inventory at DesertSunMotors.com.
Every student wants their high school sports apparel, and there's only one place to get it, the Winner's Circle. They carry all the local school letter jackets, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, or Bear. While you're there, get your jacket personalized with embroidery, stitching, and have your letters and patches sewn on too. They also carry trophies, plaques, and awards, and service with a smile. It's all at the Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Everybody else wakes up so rested and cheery, while you wake up with back pain and ready to get back into bed again. They make you sick. It takes 30 minutes just to get your back feeling normal. You work hard to make life great. Why is sleep such an issue? It shouldn't be. Sleepwell can help you find your sleep again. From finding a mattress that supports your back to relieving strain by using a power base, Sleepwell will partner with you. Come see us today. Find the rest you need and lose the back pain. When you sleep well, you live well.
With the holidays fast approaching, let Otero Federal Credit Union take the stress out of the holiday season with a personal loan for those extra expenses. Also, take advantage of our holiday loan skip-a-payment program to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Stop by today to see how OFCU can make your holidays a little brighter. OFCU, community people you know. Federally insured by NCUA. OFCU 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Your final score is 84-40. The Tigers fall to the Roswell Coyotes here at Roswell High School. Tigers played them pretty tight through about 6 minutes in the game, and then Roswell's offense, they just got so many guys that can shoot the ball well, and their offense runs so quickly, and everybody knows where they need to be in particular spots, and they get the passes there, and just impressed with the Coyotes. I mean, they are a very, very good basketball team. The Tigers are just trying to, I think, figure some things out at this point in the season, and it's tough when you go up against teams that are playing this well, and these kind of results definitely will happen as they lose by 44 tonight. 8 points for Diego Ortega. Nate Black had 7. 6 points for Harlan Gilbert and Clavon Spencer. 5 for Grayson Kaler. 4 points for Gabriel Marquez and 2 for Emilio Mina. So about what we've seen from the Tigers all year long. Scoring is really spread out and hitting about the 40-point mark, and that's just, we said, or I said going into the game, they just couldn't let Roswell get going offensively like they did tonight. I mean, scoring 84. And, running clock, obviously, Roswell could have easily gotten to 100 tonight if not for that. But, just kind of the situation for the Tigers right now. They're 2-7, and they'll head up to the Los Lunas tournament beginning on December 27th. As for the girls, if you weren't with us earlier, the girls got a 61-48 win as they picked up the victory over Roswell a little bit earlier in the evening. So congrats to them. Faith Silva led the way with 24, and Brianna Bickham had 15 tonight. Lady Tigers, by the way, are 7-1. And as I mentioned, we'll be with them up there at the Los Lunas tournament, as with the boys. So that'll do it for our broadcast, our last broadcast for a little over a week till December 27th. And so we'll talk to you all then from the Los Lunas Holiday Tournament. Your final scores on the Richardson Motor scoreboard tonight: the girls win 61-48, and the boys fall 84-40. Thanks for tuning in to Tiger Basketball, and have a great Tuesday night, and have a very Merry Christmas.
This has been a presentation of Alamogordo Tiger Sports, brought to you by Desert Sun Motors, First National Bank, Tularosa Basin Telephone Company, Otero Federal Credit Union, Sleep Well, Vision Ford Lincoln Hyundai and Premium Pre-Owned Vehicles, The Winter Circle, White Sands Motorsports, and Richardson Motors. Thanks for listening. You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7, Southern New Mexico's sports leader, KNMZ Alamogordo.
Nah, I ain't having that. And now he's running off another guy, another five-star guy, to a different school. We're going to see this and hear about this a lot